Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Of such a lot of fools trying to anesthetize the way that you feel. Radio is a sound salvation. Radio is cleaning up the nation. So you better listen to the voice of reason. But they don't give you any choice, cause they think that it's treason. So you had better do what you were told. You better listen to the radio.
Get the point. Good evening, dear listener. This is the late night alternative with me, Iain Lee. You?
What?
What's your name?
Catherine.
There we go. And Sam is through there. Friday night. Thank you, George Galloway. A big, big night for us tonight, because tonight is the 500th show that we have done here at Talk Radio, and we are celebrating by every caller that comes on tonight will be one of our favourite callers from the last 500 shows. How's about them apples? Let's just go straight in there. It's our favourite. It's Caddick.
Hip, hip, hip.
Evening, Caddick.
How are you? With Caddick.
It's Robert Caddick. That's why I said our favourite.
Wrong, it's Alan.
What the hell is going on here?
I'm in Blackpool.
Oh.
He thought he'd surprise you, Ian.
What? Oh, Jesus. He surprised us by being the first call of the night. Yes, there's a surprise, huh?
But he wanted me to try and be the first call and play you up, thinking it was me instead of him.
We don't like sabotage.
It's not a sabotage. It's a surprise, isn't it?
There'll be a surprise.
It was your 500th show.
Just remember, guys. Just remember that both Robert and Alan Caddicks, are going to get a surprise some point in the next 30 years. When you least expect it, there'll be a tap on your shoulder. You'll turn round and there'll be a knuckle sandwich in your face.
When you're big enough. Would have been the first time.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna happen, guys. That's my way of saying thank you for your surprise.
Thank you, and thank you too as well. But anyway,
yes.
Congratulations on your 500 shows. I didn't know that till you just said that.
Thank you, Robert. Yes, it's our 500th show. Shut up, Alan. I am talking now. I've finished.
Thank you. I second the motion.
He said something about a samosa.
No, I'd love a samosa.
Oh, a samosa. What's samosa?
Being back home with a bowl tea.
Hang on a minute. What's samosa you could eat? That's double racist.
Or you can eat buffet.
What's samosa? You can eat that, huh? That's racist against the Indians and the Italians.
Did you say Italian?
I did nearly say it. I would have been triple racist.
Oh my God, Ian, your father just showing you being triple racist. That's a first for you, isn't
Triple racist. Thank you very much, guys. If you want to phone in and be triple racist, of course you can do. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Busy show this evening. It's our 500th show. So this evening, to celebrate 500 shows, Catherine, what guest have we got on at 11?
We've got the owner of the plans for the Magic Stairs we talked about yesterday.
We talked about Magic Stairs, and we will be talking to Magic Stairs tonight at 11.
11. Professor Yun Seong Song.
Come on now.
Seriously.
Come on. Yun Seong Song Blue by Neil Diamond is... So, that's all happening. It's been an exciting day today. You know, I said there was beef yesterday. And I told the story about phoning up a cinema chain to book tickets, only to be told that the seats next to the wheelchair space had already been booked by some normal people, right? And and I tweeted and had some excellent emails just before we were going on air. Well, at 11:32 today, he was late by 2 minutes. I'm not going to hold that against him. The CEO of the cinema chain, the name of the cinema chain is?
Everyman.
Everyman. Thank you. I'm glad you said that because I couldn't remember. Everyman Cinema. The CEO, that means the chief elevating alderman of the company, Crispin, phoned me up.
Is that his name? Crispin phoned me up?
By coincidence. He phoned me up at 11:32 and I left the children playing a game called Grab by the Ghoulies. It's actually a video game. It's not rude. And, it was... Here we go, guys. Everyman Cinema, you get 2 thumbs up from me. If I had more thumbs, you'd get more. He was apologetic. He took on board everything I said, and then he said that actually the chap on the phone, A, made a mistake by using that language, because saying some normal people, but it also made a mistake by not understanding the company's policy. And the company's policy is, yes, those seats next to the wheelchair spaces are always reserved, but they are reserved for the carers. So those seats, it looked like they had been sold. They hadn't been sold. He should have made that offer to us. And then I said, well, what about the fact that next to it, it's 2 sofas? And you can't, there were 3 of us to sit on 2 sofas and the computer wouldn't allow me. He said, yeah, I know. We've really discussed this a lot, but if we allow people to book online half a sofa, then some people book it just, you know, so they've got the whole sofa to themselves. And some people have, he said, if I could show you the complaints I've had from people who've had to share a sofa with someone inappropriate. But, he said, the venues can override that. So you can't book half a sofa online, but if you get in touch with the venue, they can override it. And, here's the thing, guys. I'd booked the tickets for me and my boys to see Spider-Man Homecoming. And he then put me in touch with the manager of the cinema we were going to go to. It was the cinema in Gerrard's Cross. And he said, this is Mr. Lee. He had a little problem last night. Can you look after him and his family? And I said, well, can I bring Mum along, please? And they went, yes. We arrived at the screening was at 2:30. We arrived at the cinema at 2:00. We were spoilt beyond belief. They made, and here's the thing, we weren't spoilt, but my boys and my mum were spoilt, and it made my mum's day. We turned up at the home, and I said, Mum, do you want to come and go to the cinema? And she actually said, it's not to see that bloody Spider-Man film.
Did she?
Yes, she did. And I said, well, yes, it is. And she went, oh, yeah, go on then. All right, might as well. And she came, and the manager, whose name escapes me, I'll find it in a bit, she absolutely spoilt my mum. She gave her a glass of wine. She gave out all of us big buckets of popcorn. We got pizza. And I was going, you can't give me... Listen, this isn't why I complained. Let me pay for the wine and the pizza. She went, no. You're our guests. And the thing about the Everyman's... Because I like going to the pictures. And I like the Odeon, I like View, I like those big multiplexes, you know, they serve a purpose. But I think part of the joy of going to the cinema when I was a kid was it was an experience. And I sometimes think that those bigger multiplexes, it's almost like a factory. You go in, you see a movie, you come out. The experience, I think, is lessened. I still like them, I still go to them, I will go to them, but it doesn't feel so special. But with these boutique cinemas, and there are loads of them. There's what they call, is it Premiere? What are they called? Playhouse? Anyway, and Everyman. And
Picture House.
Picture House, that's it, thank you. Picture House and Everyman and these other ones, they offer a boutique experience. Now, this was a really nice cinema. It was sofas. There was loads of space. You had tables.
The thing is, going to the cinema, it's not really that much cheaper to go to the bigger ones, is it? And you're paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can feel like it's not that special.
Yeah. And at the beginning, the manager made a little speech. Hello, I'm the manager, and I'm here in front of everybody. Weren't that many people there. And we watched the Spider-Man film, and I said to my mum halfway through it, dreading her reply, I said, Mum, it's a bit of nonsense, isn't it? But you enjoying it? She went, oh, I can't believe it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I won't give any spoilers, because there's one of the two complaints I had about the film, I won't say because it could be a spoiler. Yeah, but the one thing I can say is, they made Spider-Man's aunt fit. You know, in the story, Spider-Man's aunt...
She's an old dear, isn't she?
She's an old dear, but she's a MILF, and everyone's making jokes about her being fit. It was a brilliant film. And at the end of the film, we stuck around a bit. Everyone got up, apart from me and two other groups, because we knew that with these Marvel films, there's always a little bonus bit after the first set of credits. And there was a little bonus bit. And after the bonus bit, we all started to get up, and the manager came in and went, just to let you know, there's another bonus bit at the end of the film. And there is. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is a proper, funny, laugh-out-loud gag right at the end of the film. Have you seen it, Sam? It is absolutely spot on, right? So stick around, you see a bit at the end, and then stick around for the bit right at the end. It's a really funny gag. And we loved it. And so Everyman Cinema, thank you. And then someone on Twitter said, well, they're only doing that because you're famous. And my response is, possibly they were, because I was kind of playing up that I had a radio show, possibly. But I have an assurance from the head of that cinema chain that he has taken on board everything that was said, and he's glad that the issues were flagged up. So it should benefit everybody who wants to make a booking, either because they are in a wheelchair or someone they are going with is in a wheelchair. So yes, it's yes. Maybe I got special treatment. It's quite possible I got special treatment. But I genuinely believe the head of the company phoned me up, man. When does that happen? I genuinely believe that people will benefit, other people will benefit from having those things kind of ironed out. So that's the end of that saga. And they were superb. And it's a few quid more, but I really recommend, if you've got a small boutique cinema nearby, whether it's a Picture House and Everyman, there's kind of lots of, there are some just like single independent cinemas. It's more of an event, more of an experience. And I know going to the cinema ain't cheap, but support those guys is what I'm trying to say. So thank you very much for that. 0344 499 1000. It was a good film. I enjoyed it, and it has whetted my appetite for more superhero movies. I love a superhero movie. And all of the trailers before the film were for superhero movies. And here's the thing, right? This isn't a spoiler. There's something I really want to talk to you about in the film, but I can't because it's kind of a spoiler. But I took my 5-year-old and my 7-year-old, right? There was a point in the film when my 5-year-old, who sat next to me on the sofa, and a great cuddle on the sofa, and he turns round to me and says, Daddy, what is porn? Because there's a bit in the film, right? There's someone on a computer kind of hacking into something, and he doesn't want to say, I'm hacking into something. So he goes, I'm looking at porn. And it's a big laugh in the cinema. My 5-year-old says, Daddy, what is porn? And I ignored it. I did the dad thing. I ignored it. 20 seconds later, Daddy, what is porn? And I said, I didn't know. Oh, it's just something on the internet. And then we moved on, and hopefully that is the porn issue dealt with. That's the birds and the bees I think I've done there in that talk. I mean, a 5-year-old turns around and says, Daddy, what is porn? I did think, it's a little bit. 0344 499 1000. It's Friday night. It's the 500th show. We're celebrating in style. We're talking Magic Stairs at 11. But you can call in now with absolutely anything you want. You can listen to us on DAB. You can download the app. And goddammit, you can watch us on periscope.tv/Iain Lee. The late night alternative with me, Iain Lee, her Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain.
Late night Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
It's our 500th show this evening, and every caller that it comes on the air is one that we've reached out to ask them to come and celebrate our special evening with us. 0344 499 1000. And here's Paul Akimbola.
Hello.
Hey, Paul. Well, thanks very much for joining us for our 500th show. What are your memories of the 500th show? What's the highlight of the last 499 shows for you?
When called in.
When you called in, yes, that was a highlight for us too, and that's why we got you back for the anniversary special.
Me and my mate Shane wanted to form a duo called Shane, and we used to cover I'm Too Sexy.
Let me have a guess. You're in nappies and you do poos in them while you're singing, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. And how has your life changed since you've been on the show, Paul? What opportunities are presenting themselves to you?
Well, I'm now doing the enterprise course with the British Trust.
Fantastic.
Trying to set up a media company.
Brilliant.
And
yes,
Mum, I would like in the future.
Yes,
I would like to I want to launch a joint venture channel called Sky Woodcock Television.
Okie dokie, yes.
We'll use the old Sky logo from the 90s.
Yes.
Old Sky logo in the 90s.
Paul, that's a great call. Thank you very much indeed. Don't forget tonight, guys, it's the 500th show. 0344 499 1000. Your memories of the last 499 shows, where you were when you first heard the late night alternative with Iain Lee and her Catherine Boyle, and how your life has changed as a direct result. You've not got long, Paul, because you're getting right on my nerves, sunshine.
Hello, I don't mean to get on your nerves.
No, well, Paul, you do, mate. So here's the thing. I think it will be best for all of us if you found another radio show.
Okay, I'll just have a nice...
No, Paul. No, Paul. No, I'm sick and tired of me being nice to you and then you sending me rude, offensive emails.
I didn't send you a rude...
Yes, you did, mate. We read it out on air.
I didn't think it was rude.
Well, calling me an idiot, mate. Paul, shut up. Shut up. So calling me an idiot and telling me how to do my job is rude, mate. I've had enough of it. So I suggest you find another radio show.
Can I say my...
No, you can't. No, it doesn't work like that, mate. You've lost the right to play with my football.
Can't we play five-a-side?
No, mate, you can't. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of me being really nice to you and really polite to you.
You're not normally very nice to me. You usually just...
All right, Paul, I'll make it easy for you. Get stuffed, go and find another radio show. You're not welcome. There we go, that's that sorted. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'll be more than welcome. Good evening, Nikki.
Good evening, Iain. Good evening, Kath.
Hello, Nikki.
What you got for us next?
Hello. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for reaching out for me for the 500th show.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. We couldn't have done this show without you tonight, Nikki. We could not have done it without you. That's why we got you on.
Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, man. It's appreciated.
Iain, you and I seem to always see films at roughly the same time.
Oh, yes.
I just saw Spider-Man last night.
Oh, well, it has only just come out, so that's not...
Well, it's been out for a week or so.
Okie dokie. Well, we can't do a spoiler.
Of course.
There were two things that made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
One was his aunt being sexy.
I didn't mind that.
I'm going to say something, and everybody put your fingers in your... OK, I'm going to say this, but we can't really discuss it, OK, Nikki?
OK.
I had I had problems with the Spider-Man suit. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
I absolutely agree with you.
Yay! There was no... Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to ruin it for you, because it's still a great film. But the suit... I had problems with that.
Yeah, I don't, it wasn't perfect.
No.
I don't think it was as good as the original ones from like a decade ago.
Well, you say the original ones. I'm old enough to remember the television series from the late 70s, so...
oh, wow.
Oh, wow, indeed. Yes, you're speaking to Methuselah himself. But it was good. I enjoyed it, and I love it. I kind of prefer the Marvel movies over the DC movies, because they've got a delicious sense of humour about them.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to find someone who prefers the DC movies. They're a bit dry.
They're very dry. And here's the thing, right? My boys, and I don't know why, but their favourite thing is, once I pointed it out to them, right, I said, all of these films, pretty much every Marvel superheroes film, Stan Lee pops up in it.
Yeah.
And Stan Lee gets a really meaty role in this one. He gets 2 lines. And so every time we're watching a film, my boys will go, oh, Stan Lee! Daddy, look, it's Stan Lee! And they get really excited by Stan Lee!
Do you know what? Even though it happens in every film, it always takes me by surprise.
I love it. I love it. It's like
I always forget it's going to happen.
I think it's so great. Stan Lee, about 12 years ago, did a show on the Sci-Fi Channel called Stan Lee's Become a Superhero or something. And I think I was the only person that watched it, right? It was a reality show, and it started off with 12 contestants who designed their own superhero. And they had a name and a backstory, and they got a costume built for them, right, by the TV company. And then they had to go and do a series of, like, superhero-style tests. And the winner, I think the winner got a comic book and maybe got a movie. I don't know if that ever happened. But I was obsessed with this show, and no one else in the world watched it. There was one brilliant test, right, where they had to get from point A to point B in the quickest time to stop the guy escaping with the diamonds or something, right? And it was done in a real-life shopping centre with hidden cameras everywhere, right? So they're all running around and doing all this stuff, right? And only one of them passed the test. Loads of them caught the crook. Only one of them passed the test, and I'll tell you why. They had to run past an 8-year-old girl that was crying. And the only one that passed the test was the one that thought, yeah, they've just stolen some diamonds, but I'm going to help this little... Are you okay, little girl? Can I help you? And it was beautiful, and Stan Lee was furious with the rest of them for running past. He said, none of my superheroes would ever run past a little girl crying in a shopping mall. It was brilliant!
That reminds me of that scene from Men in Black. Have you ever seen it?
I've never seen Men in Black 1, 2 or 3.
Oh, there's a scene where they're doing some training against some cardboard cutouts of aliens and stuff. And I can't remember exactly how it goes, but Will Smith's character is the only one who shoots the little girl. I forget why, because of something she's holding or something.
I think it's integral to make this story heartwarming that you tell us why, otherwise it just sounds cold.
Oh, I remember. It's because she doesn't look at all scared, so it's unnatural.
Nicky, thank you very much, sir. Thank you indeed. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, all of the callers tonight have been special to either myself or to Catherine or to Sam over the past 499 shows. We have reached out to everybody that's coming on the show tonight and asked them to be a very special part of what is going to be a very, very special evening. If you want us to reach out to you, then give us a call. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number, and you'd be very, very welcome on. After 11, it's stairs that make it, I think, 36% easier to walk up and down the stairs. I think that was the thing that we were talking about yesterday. I'm not really, really sure. I'm trying to reserve some energy tonight, because normally this would be my freaking weekend, baby, and I'd be about to have me some fun. But oh, no. Tomorrow night, I'm on Talk Radio at 9 o'clock, 9 till 12, 3 hours of straight to air. The producer phoned me up, some lad, I don't know his name, and he went, I went to the accent. And he said, what do you need for tomorrow night? Do you want me to book some guests? I went, nope. What do you want? I said, dude, you are going to bring a book. You are going to have the easiest night of your life, because we're going to do 3 hours of straight to air, and I'll just talk. If no one calls in, I'll talk for 3 hours. And he said, "Oh, okay. What time do you want me in? What time do you want me in, Catherine? You should take note of that.
I'm in long before you.
What time? Not always. What time do you want me in?" I said, "Dude, what time does the show start?" He said 9. I said, "Right. Why don't we get in at 9:15? You could hear the tightening of his chest. He went, "Well, maybe I'll come in a little bit earlier." I said, "That's absolutely fine. I'll see you at 9:15, if you're lucky." And so tomorrow night, 9:00, that is happening. Call straight to air for 3 hours. Could be fun, could be a car crash, could be dead silent, because I know, it's not really what happens then. And then Sunday morning, 10:00, I'm doing Virgin Radio.
What's that?
I'm playing my electric guitar.
Thank God for that.
But it looks like I'm stroking my penis. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Late night Iain Lee. Unfiltered night talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I'm staying alive, staying alive. Ooh, 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 I'm staying alive. Woo-hoo.
Such a plum.
Night fever, fever. The thing about Barry Gibb, he shot himself in the foot, right? Because the Bee Gees had some hits in the 60s, and they did some terrible records in the early 70s. There's a great documentary about them. You see them playing, like, working men's clubs in, like, 1973. And then, like, one day in the studio, I don't know exactly how it happens, but, like, Barry goes, "I wonder what would happen if I sang in the falsetto voice." And so they'd start doing records like that, and then they start selling bucket loads of records, right? And then all their records have got the falsetto. Here's why he shot himself in the foot, right? He can't do it now. He can't do the... Have you seen him try and do the falsetto voice? It's that thing, right? We've all done it when we go and see ageing pop stars. 0344 499 1000 if you want to give us a call. And sometimes they can't hit the notes. And we kind of fill in the blanks, because we know the songs. We sort of fill in the blanks a little bit. But I saw a video of him doing Night Fever. He couldn't, it was nothing.
Well, also, he's a bit of a lonely Joe these days, isn't he?
Well, he hated the other two.
Yeah, no, but he still needed their voices. What you doing on your back?
I bet he's one of those now that he does a lot of the Robbie Williams. Okay, it's your turn, you sing it. And the audience are going, "Night fever, yeah, pay 50 quid for this. Sounds like Pob now, doesn't he? Sounds like Pob now. Sorry?
Find a clue.
What's that?
Pob.
It's not Pob.
Go on then, you do Pob.
It's a pub, isn't it?
That's not Pob.
You don't know what Pob is?
Yes, I do. I used to love Pob.
What is Pob?
A little wooden puppet thing with a stripy jumper.
It's a pub, isn't it?
I've made 2 Pobs out of socks.
Guys, this is an emergency meeting of Cobra. We need... This is the thing. If I was Prime Minister, right, I'd start a gang and say, right, we're the Cobra Gang, right? The Cobra Kai!
Which is why you must never ascend to power.
The Cobra Kai! And I'd get leather jackets with Cobra Kai and a cobra coming up on the back.
What, like Karate Kid?
Yeah, exactly. And we'd meet in...
a dojo?
Yeah, we'd call it the dojo. Instead of it being like the war cabinet, we'd be in the dojo. That's what I would do.
In the dojo.
Oh. We need... This is an emergency, guys. Can someone phone in and please give us... And you talk about niche radio... please, for the love of all that is holy, phone in and give us an impression of Pob to prove that once again I know more than what she does. Don't go on YouTube.
I'm not.
Mate, I can see your reflection. I can see exactly what page you're on.
I'm looking for something well
YouTube.
impressive. No, it's not YouTube.
It's not YouTube?
It's not YouTube.
It's not YouTube?
It's me too.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I do wonder on a Friday night. By the way, if you tune in at 10 for this rubbish, okay, you're missing out on 3 hours of cracking radio before us. And Mr. George Galloway. It varies how much I agree with him. It's usually between 50 and 65% I agree with. But either way, it's an absolute brilliant listen. I mean, he came out with a great line. I tweeted it. It's something like, Theresa May hasn't even got authority in her own street. Brilliant line. Absolutely. And I know some people hate George, and even if you disagree with him, right, you're missing out on some cracking radio, some absolutely cracking radio that gets you thinking. And it's to come on after that. I know it's a thrill. I'm also aware that loads of people turn off at 10 because they don't want to hear this rubbish, and that's fine as well. But I do wonder if anybody is anybody out there? If anybody is actually listening this evening. Here's a funny story.
Go on.
And I don't know how this happened, as I've not read the story, so we'll discover. Join us on a journey of discovery as we find out what happened here. A man who got trapped inside a cash machine passed notes to customers via the receipt slot saying, "Please help." Several dismissed it as a prank before one heard a faint voice inside and called police. They, too, thought it was a joke at first, but finally kicked down the door to end the man's 2-hour ordeal. The contractor had been changing a lock on the Bank of America. This is how lazy the Americans are, right? They are. America is one of the greatest countries in the world, but it is populated by some of the laziest people in the world. He'd been changing a lock on the Bank of America drive-through kiosk. Although,
I need to get some money, but I don't want to use my legs.
Saying that, I've found a brilliant way of posting letters, right? There's a post box at the end of my street, and it's not a tall pillar box. It's like one of those sort of slightly dumpier rectangular ones.
Gotcha.
Right, so it's made of brick, and it's got the red door at the front, right? And it's down the end of my street, but on the other side. So I'm on the left-hand, as you're driving up my street, I'm on the left-hand side, and this is on the right-hand side, right? And I post letters. I had to post the letters today for a Star Wars Lego competition. My 5-year-old. Daddy, are you good at quizzes? I'm brilliant at quizzes. I won Mastermind. Which one of these is a planet in Star Wars? Is it Skywalker, Jedi, or Tatooine? I went, right, come on, right. So we did that. And then he found an envelope. And he got it ready to send off himself, right? And all he'd done was he'd circled the right answer, put it in an envelope, sealed it, and just written on the front, Star Wars.
Oh, he should win for that.
Oh, no. I gave him a clip round the ear. I said, idiot.
Waste of envelopes.
No, and I said, well, you've done very well, but we need to write a letter to let them know what our name and address is and where you live, and so we did all that. And then we went to post the letter. And as I got closer to the letterbox, I thought, I'm going to have to stop the car, turn the engine off. Seatbelt's going to have to come off. Open the door. Get out. Put it in there. Get back in. Sit down. Shut it. Put the seatbelt on. Start the car. Mirror signal maneuver. Drive off. I thought, you know what? I can't be bothered. So what I did was I drove up on the pavement. So I'm driving along the pavement, and then the slot is just at the right height. Window open. Pop it in. I'm off.
One word.
Yeah?
Wall-E.
Hey! You keep thinking I'm going to be like those people in Wall-E. But it's a great... So actually, there's me mocking the Americans, watching the detectives. But actually, I get it. If I could do this show sat in my car... if I could do all my bodily functions, everything in my car...
What do you do in your car?
Songs about... All right, there we go. Songs about cars. I'll go first. I like driving in my car, madness.
Little Red Corvette, Prince.
Okie dokie. All right, and here's a rule. You're not allowed to do Beach Boys songs. And I'm making that hard on myself.
Okay.
Jump into my car, David Hasselhoff.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Get out of my dreams, get into my car, Billy Ocean.
Oh, okay. Baby, you can drive my car, the Beatles.
Oh, that's nice.
This is a good game.
Shut Up and Drive, Rihanna.
It could be a milk float. we don't know for sure.
Okay.
She loves a pint of milker.
Okay, here we go then.
Yes.
Big red GTO Sonita.
Oh, mate, yeah, go on. I'll give you that because it will have to by the rules of the car poker. Let me have a little thinky think here.
Oh, I've got a great one.
Whoa, steady on, dude. Don't wave at the snooker players. It's my car. No. Car. Driving.
I can smell victory.
No, mate. Not at all. Driving, cars, driving. Can't do Beach Boys because that would be cheating.
Stop looking on Twitter. Stop it.
Do you know what? I think I'm out. Go on.
Pink Cadillac, plush leather seats.
All right. Driving along in my automobile. We're back in the game.
Okay.
Go.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Are we allowed trucks?
What do you think? We're playing car poker. Wouldn't allow Rihanna's milk float, so I ain't allowing trucks.
All right then. Okay. It's worth a try.
Yeah, of course it's worth a try because you're a cheat.
What about Chitty Bang Bang? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, you pretty Chitty Bang Bang, pretty Chitty Bang Bang, we love you.
You're saying Chitty Bang
What? Sorry?
You're not saying Chitty.
Chitty Bang Bang.
No, when you were singing, you were singing.
Oh, you pretty Chitty Bang Bang, pretty Chitty Bang Bang, we love you. Oh, I'm singing it. Gatford, would you like to join us at the car poker table?
Yes, please.
No milk floats, no trucks.
Okay, I've got one.
Well, can you have a cough? Can you have a cough first?
No, because this is how good the voice is at the moment.
Okay. All right, mate. Stop showing off.
The talent has gone, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Who's going to drive you home by the car?
Whoa!
It's not about a car. It's not about a car.
Hang on a second.
We didn't allow shut up and drive. You're not allowing that.
Mate, that is a double whammy. The group is the cars.
No.
Who's going to drive you home?
No.
What? Drive them?
No.
What are they going to drive?
Shut up and drive then. Could be driving home in a lorry.
Gatford, I'm allowing that.
You said no trucks?
Thank you, Ian.
No milk floats. But have you got another one? You're such a bad caller. Go on, Craig, what you got?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, Craig.
No, we can't.
Marvellous. Little red Corvette.
Can you hear me, Craig?
Go away. Go away, loser. Don't have to put up with this. See, when I was on LBC, I used to get good calls. Here we get rubbish. I got him a Chrysler, it's as big as a whale, and it's about to set sail.
Fast car, Tracy Chapman.
Oh, God, you got a fast car. Let me have a little...
No.
What? Cars by Gary Newman. In cars, boom, boom, ba-dum. Here in my car, I'm going to go in my car. I'm going to drive in my car. In cars, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Okay. Daddy's Car by the Cardigans.
Sorry?
Yeah. It was real. And there's also Daddy's Car by Divine Comedy.
Yeah, I'm having that one.
No, you're not.
Let's have a break.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Hello, John, got a new motor? Hello, John, got a new motor? Thank you. Hang on a minute, just bear with me for a second.
Well.
Hang on. So your impression was nothing like him.
Oh, come on. It's very accurate. Car wash.
That's not about cars! That is not about cars! That's not about cars!
So he is.
No, it's not. It's about car wash.
Yeah.
It's not about cars. Could you get to
What
work?
are they washing?
No. Could you drive...
What are they washing?
Could you drive...
What are they washing? What are they washing? Qu'est-ce qu'il lave?
Les automobiles.
So it's about cars.
No, it's not. It's about the machine that's used to wash a car.
What are they washing, though?
Well, no, but they're not. Utter guff.
I'm not counting Gatford either.
Police found the man, rescued him, and then shot him. So that's that story about a man stuck inside a cash machine. I'm finding it hard to create a vibe this evening. Do you know what I mean? Feels a bit, little bit of vibe.
Well, it's the 500th vibe you've tried to emit. So it's tricky.
This reminds me of the 239th show that was very flat.
Yeah.
And also the 406th.
Yeah,
show.
tricky shows.
Tricky shows, guys. Tricky shows. Yeah, so not much of a vibe here this evening, guys.
Maybe you can help.
Maybe you can help. If you've found any vibe lurking around, then please get in touch.
Has anyone seen Bobby Brown's vibe lately?
Oh, come on, let's not... Why are we going there?
Well, girl, you got that vibe.
I still miss Whitney.
So do I.
I do miss Whitney. Imagine if we could now go, ladies and gentlemen, coming up after 11, we got Whitney Houston on the show, live on the line from LA. Wouldn't that be great?
Hell of a show.
Wouldn't that be great? Whitney Houston. It's very sad, the whole Whitney Houston thing. I started listening to some Elvis Costello music after listening to his audiobook. I like it.
Your thoughts? Yes.
I think he's great. I think he's got a lot of spunk, and he certainly sprays it over his records.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of spraying spunk over records...
Wow.
You've seen the thing I've bought. No, I tell you what I've bought. Right, I found a new thing that's not eBay, called Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
The Greeks say Etsy Ketsy. If you go, how are things? They go, oh, Etsy Ketsy, up and down. It's called Etsy. And
it's for sort of crafts people.
Well, this is what I thought. It was for just sort of crafts people. But no, it's not. I'll come to you in a minute, Simon. There's some there's a weird thing on there, right?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
What is the weird thing?
Miniature, and by miniature I mean like tiny versions of DVDs and CDs for dolls' houses.
Okay.
Go on Etsy, right? And you do this as well, dear listener. Go on Etsy and type in monkeys, DVDs, miniature. And there are all these DVDs. I thought, those DVDs are cheap. And then you read the description, and it says these are...
Oh!
Yeah, isn't it? And they're brilliant. These are miniature DVDs.
And CDs.
And CDs for a doll's house. How big are they? Because
Miniature they are.
even in the picture, they look tiny. They need to have put it...
size here, hang on.
They need to have put it next to a 50 pence for perspective.
This isn't helpful.
But
They've put quite low down in the description.
Yeah.
These are miniature replicas and not full size.
Yeah.
They do not open and do not contain DVDs or CDs.
Yeah, I know. That's nuts, isn't it? So I don't really know much about Etsy, so I've been...
hang on.
Go on.
They've put some of them next to pennies. Well, they're not much bigger than a penny.
The DVDs are ever so slightly taller than a penny. Flip it, and they look proper, but why?
As the owner of two little girls who have a doll's house, I look at that and just see, Hoover fodder. That would be all over the shop.
So this is what I thought Etsy was, and there is lots of fan art on there, but I found a wealth of old record players. 'Cause I was looking for an old record player for my sister. I found a better way of doing it, and the guy on Etsy very kindly refunded me. I found a better way of doing it. But so I was looking on there, and I've kind of half got in the back of my head, I want to buy an old gramophone player, an old wind-up gramophone with old 78s, because I think they're beautiful, it will sound fun, the boys will enjoy it, and I'll bring it in one night. So I was looking at that last night, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I found this amazing thing. Let me just find it, and let me just read the description to you, because I found this, right, And it was quite expensive, but it is quite simply the most amazing thing I've ever seen. This will give me the power of the gods, right? It's a picture of a box, sort of a red funnel, like a vuvuzela.
A what?
A vuvuzela.
Pardon?
And like a record, a silver record. And this is the description. Rare 1930s, My Voice Speakeasy mechanical home gramophone recorder. I saw that, I thought, what? The description goes like this. I will come to you in a minute, Simon, I promise. This extremely rare piece of voice recording history is a 1930s My Voice Speakeasy mechanical home recorder. It was made by Electricolour Products of London. These days, how rude.
Sorry.
It's easy to communicate directly with friends and relatives. And it is, because I thought about that. I thought, what do they mean? I realised they meant emails, phone calls, texts.
FaceTime.
WhatsApp, the InstaChat, all of that stuff.
InstaChat?
It's the one where you can send them a picture of your privates and then it goes in 10 seconds before the police come. But in the 1930s, I hope I've understood that correctly, otherwise I'm in for a whole heap of trouble.
Your sister's furious.
Well, so are the police. That's who I've been sending them to. The only way a person could hear your voice was face-to-face by radio or telephone if you were rich to own one. This mechanical device is amazing, as it allowed you to record a short message, song, instructions on a record disc using your home gramophone attached to a mechanical recorder. Once the message was effectively etched in the form of grooves, similar to a compact disc, you placed the record in the envelope supplied, sent it to your relative, and they could play back your message on their own gramophone at 78 RPM. This thing makes records. And the company called it, and this is a great description, this is how it was described, making photographs of your voice. Oh! It is incredible. And so there's, and it's there. It is there. You get 13 discs. 2 have been used. There are 11 blank discs. Now, they don't know if it works. I said, do you know if this works? She says, no, everything is here, but we haven't tested it. The thing is, it's mechanical. It's not electrical. It's all mechanical. So if it doesn't work, it will be possible to... And I've Googled this. I have not found anything. I can't find anything about this in the history books at all. And it was quite expensive. It was 155 quid. And I bought it. And it's coming to me. And here's where you can come in, dear listener. I will make you a bespoke record for £100. How about that? I'll make him a bespoke record. I'm going full gonch. I'm going to make a fortune here. So I'm going to be making... Can you believe this, Simon? I am going to be making my own records. Only 11, though.
I can believe that, yeah, I can actually.
Oh.
How's it going, Mike?
It's very well. It's very echoey on this line.
Hold on. I'll pull over. I'm somewhere where I can pull over and switch.
Beautiful.
I'll switch over the doodah. Is that any better?
Oh, mate,
yes,
that's significantly better. Thank you. What you got for us, fella?
So this time last week, you'd have been squeaking on my leather sofa.
Oh, it's this, Simon. Yes, we were.
It's the Morpeth, Simon. So did you enjoy your time in the Northeast?
Overlooking the views of New York. We had the best time. The best time.
Yeah.
It was great. We had such a great weekend that it is There was me on that Friday saying I never want to do any more live shows again. I've just booked
you went, you've booked in a big tour.
I booked us up for a tour, and I'm looking at going to Belfast and Dublin in January or February next year.
Yeah. No, that's the obviously the first time I've went to see a Rabbit Hole live, and it was a really good experience. I went with Harry, Custard Harry.
Well, I'm glad you came.
And we had a good time.
It was good, but here's the thing, guys. This tour we're doing, it's small venues, sort of 40 to 60 seats, so book it, because I'd hate for you to be sat at the back.
The stand looked pretty sold out.
They did a good job. They put the curtains in the right place, so It was a great venue. We were thrilled, and and the first Rabbit Hole that was recorded there is out now, guys. Go to iTunes, type in Rabbit Hole, Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle, and it will download to your MP3 player of choice.
Excellent. And did you enjoy Tynemouth? I guess I mentioned that was your first.
Yeah, it was good.
We had a lovely time in Tynemouth.
I had an absolutely cracking time. It was superb.
No, it's a good location. I made the mistake of looking on Periscope and reading some of the comments.
Oh, don't! Don't! It really is a great form of bell end that leaves comments on Periscope. Ignore those guys.
No, it was quite amusing actually. But no, I just wanted to say, it was nice to have you.
Well, it's great to have you as part of our 500th show this evening, Simon. We're glad that you were able to when we put in the request to get you on. I know it was touch and go, but I'm glad you managed to clear everything and make it on this very, very special show this evening.
Yeah, well, I just tuned in. I actually tuned in about 20 minutes ago when there was some weird sounds going on. I've been working tonight, so as soon as I finish work, I'll pop you on.
Good lad.
But I sort of tuned in when lots of weird noises and sounds were going on. I wasn't quite sure.
No idea what
that was Iain. Yes, that was Ian's mouth.
Yes. All right. It sounded cool, like.
Thank you, Simon. It's always a pleasure, never a chore. Thank you. We're going to move on because we're coming up to the break. Dom, you'll be on after the news at 11. And then...
Well, you won't because we've got a guest.
Well, Dom, you just have to wait because we've got a guest who's going to talk to us about magic stairs. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. It's one of those shows tonight. It's neither one thing or t'other. You can call in about anything. We'll sit here and chat nonsense and talk about what's in the papers. We're going to talk about magic stairs in a bit. But you are very, very welcome to call in and set the agenda yourselves. I do need to find out where I can buy blank records from to make. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be my fortune, is making bespoke 78 RPM records for people. That's the plan, guys. You're listening to Talk Radio. You can, of course, download the Talk Radio app. You'd be foolish if you hadn't checked us out on DAB, or tonight you can watch the show. Hi. Periscope.tv/Iain Lee. The late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Dear listener, you'd be foolish not to take part, and you are very, very welcome. This is a late night phoning show, unlike any other, in that you can call in about absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000. I'm Iain Lee. You're listening to Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
You know when you click a button on your computer and it doesn't work? It don't matter. It don't matter. These things happen. Computers, do you know the number of times I phone up a call centre, or when I went to get my car after the expensive, not really any work done to it vibe, and the number of times people go, computers are running very slowly today. And my stock response is one of those stock things, isn't it, when you're a bit embarrassed? I don't think the computers are ever running slowly. I think they run at the same speed that they always run. And my stock response in that scripted little scenario is to go, well, and they're supposed to make things better for us, but do they? I don't think so. That's my little that's the role I play in that scene, and that's how it goes on. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Now, we talked about this, we saw this story in the paper yesterday, and it kind of blew my mind. The incredible springy staircase that stores and recycles energy to help the elderly or pregnant women climb steps. I would also add in there, slightly overweight, lazy men in their mid-40s, because, sometimes I find at the end of a long day, getting up the stairs really can be quite hard work. And it caught my attention. And so now we're going to speak to Professor Song, who is assistant professor at Missouri. This is great. Listen to this. The Missouri University of Science and Technology, part of the team behind the stairs. Good evening, Professor.
Hello, nice to have me here.
Oh, it's delightful for me to be here while you're here, Professor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell me about these stairs. Did you have a meeting one day and you kind of all the boffins said, we need to improve stairs? How did it come about?
Yes, well, so the original idea came from one of the co-workers, Dr. Liu, whose mom is really healthy but has a little bit of trouble walking up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
And then when she went to a conference and saw this ankle exoskeleton, as they call it,
yes,
a springy ankle brace that can help people walk, then we were thinking, can we do something similar for stairs going up and down? And then we quickly found that it's not actually feasible to have someone wear a springiness and go up and down the stairs. Instead, we flipped the idea around and put the springs on the stairs such that the stairs themselves become assistants for you.
Now, I love the sound of this. So tell me, how does it work? You don't completely replace the stairs, do you? These go on top of your existing stairs.
Yes, so you don't have to replace your stair. Well, of course you can if you wanted to, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
So these, the modules that we developed are designed to be placed on top of existing stairs, so you don't have to replace or go to somewhere else or some other buildings to use it. Exactly.
And how does it work? What's happening? I can't even believe I'm asking this. What is happening in the stairs? What have you done?
Yeah, so when you first introduced it, that was quite a nice introduction because they are actually springy stairs that we developed. So the steps, instead of them being really rigid and hard and just being in place, we made the stair treads to be able to go up and down connected with the springs. So what that does is that when you're actually going down the steps, you are... as you're taking one step at a time down, you're actually pressing against the step as it extends the springs and saves energy inside the springs.
Yeah.
So as you're walking down, you're keeping on compressing the springs, per se. And those energy are kept there. And now later on, when you're going up the steps, the springs unlatch underneath you, meaning they release underneath you and then return the energy that you have put
So
into
they
the
gently push, as you're going up, they gently push your feet up?
Yes, exactly.
Man, I love it. I love it. I've got two very young children who are 7 and 5, and they are at the age, Professor, where they like to jump from as high as they can on the stairs to the floor. So I think the record at the moment in our house is jumping from the 5th step down to the floor. Would this, would this, you probably haven't done tests on this, so this may be out of your remit, but would this send them flying across the room if they try to jump from the 5th step?
Well, first of all, well, those are some of the very possible failure scenarios, as I will call it these days, but they're not recommended, so please watch out for those children that would not do so. I have a 4-year-old, and I really wouldn't have him near the stairs. But that said, the springs will not be able to throw you off, even if you're using it as they should be.
Yeah.
The strength of the springs are designed such that it can never throw you off. You can push it down, or it will gently move you up as you move up, but it will not have to actively outpower you. That cannot happen.
I've been wondering, when me and Catherine, who you've spoken to, we went recently to New York to do the show from New York, and there was a thing in JFK Airport where we walked along a bit, and there was a sign saying the floor here generates electricity and is lighting these lights up. And as you walked along, some lights would light up, and it was apparently the pressure of you stepping on was creating a force. I don't understand why we don't use people walking to generate energy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know to power the TV and the lights and stuff?
Yeah, so that is what we call energy harvesting, which I would like to distinguish with energy recycling.
Right.
Well, they're kind of similar, but energy harvesting is usually where you turn the mechanical energy or physical energy from the impact from walking into some other form of energy, which is electricity. And in that harvesting, what happens is that you lose most of the energy. You just harvest very little portion of it, which can only be used for lighting up signs or whatnot. But if you use springs, and you can store a whole lot of energy, and then don't have to convert it, and then don't have to worry about the loss between the conversion, and use it for the same purpose of mechanical assistance. Now, there are devices that you wear during your walking to power, for example, your cell phone or something.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this is getting more popular, as you saw in the JFK airport.
What happened? Are these stairs actually going to be available on sale? Because quite often over here, I don't know what it's like over there, Professor, but quite often we've got a couple of newspapers that will write these stories about these amazing discoveries and these incredible inventions, like these springy stairs, and then you never hear anything of them ever again because it didn't work out or it never. Are these actually going to happen? Are we going to be able to see these in stores soon?
Oh, yes. I don't know how soon it's going to be, but that is definitely the hope of the whole team. And we are actually very hopeful because we believe that we have tackled the most, the hardest question. Does the springy stairs, something like this idea, even going to work or not? Because human movement is very complicated. You think they're going to do one thing, but they never do the thing. So with a good intention that we make stairs, there's the possibility they may not work. So that was the first question and the very important question we tried to address in our the most recent work. And because we have shown that the stairs do work the way it's intended and the users do like using the stairs, I think that's the hardest the obstacle that we are actually taking away into commercialization. So we're hopeful that this will be coming onto the market hopefully pretty soon.
You must have, you and your teams, you've got the best job in the world, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the moment that I really appreciate having this specific job, yes.
What are you working on? Are you working on some top secret things?
No.
Come on, Professor. What have you got?
Now.
What have you got? Have you got anything up your sleeve that's going to revolutionise, I don't know, door handles or things?
Well, we'll see. There's a couple of things that I'm trying to develop, but probably too premature.
Okay. Listen, one final question. This is completely off topic, but I notice you're in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've heard of Atlanta because I believe that is Athens, Georgia, where REM come from. I know very little about Atlanta. What's it like living there?
Oh, Atlanta. Okay. Oh. Well, it's
you don't sound very impressed.
Well, I miss living there. I have been only there for like a couple of years, but I do miss there, partly because of the liveliness of the city. It feels like the pump of blood in the vein that's kind of all over the city. It's very young and very powerful city. Yeah.
Professor, I've really enjoyed chatting to you. Any more developments, any more breakthroughs, and we'd love to have you back on.
Oh, I would love to be back. Thank you.
Nice one, man. Thank you very much. That's Professor Yun Seong Song. That was fun. I love that. What a nice man.
An actual inventor.
An actual inventor that also is, and you think, it's stairs, but having, talk about being with my mum today, she can't walk at all now, but there was a period in her life where this would have been brilliant.
Also,
this would have been brilliant.
Surely there's applications for sitting down as well and getting back out of chairs.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Professor. What a nice man.
Great.
Enjoyed that. Bouncy stairs. That's what we want. Do you remember ages ago they had those? They were like roller skates, except they weren't roller skates. They were like pogo sticks for the feet.
Yeah.
With the spring.
With like a squashed diamond underneath.
Yeah, and do you remember Chris Tarrant tried it in Hyde Park and broke his ankles?
No, did he?
Yeah, Chris Tarrant did it. Broke his ankles.
Yeah.
That sold well. Here's the thing I don't get. Hoverboards. Mm-hmm. We don't hover. They're not hoverboards. Or why are we stupid enough to call them hoverboard? Oh, do you want some hoverboards? Well, yeah, when they hover.
That's all gone a bit quiet, hasn't it?
Well, they all kept setting on fire and burning houses down.
Well, I saw a kid in McDonald's on one. Once.
Wasn't there a robber that went into Asda or something and just putting the sweeties in his pocket, straight back out again?
Everyone was too busy standing back going, look at that idiot on
What a knob, get a job. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number, the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over.
Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Someone, thank you, another Ian, has just sent me a tweet of a picture he's taken in Newcastle. Now, in Newcastle at the Stand Comedy Club, there were some posters of us. And he's taken a picture of one of the posters. Mm-hmm. And he's written, Ian, I have no idea what this means, but saw it in a comedy club in Newcastle, thought you should know. So it's a picture of us, and someone's written across your neck.
Oh, God.
You love Beach Boy, Ian. I've got to retweet that. You love Beach Boy, Ian. That's brilliant. We were lucky no one drew crying cactuses on those pictures.
I know. And my chest is the biggest white area, so that's what's asking for it.
I've literally got no response to that.
On
that
the
will stop me getting slapped or losing my job or facing a tribunal. Good evening, Dom.
It's boastful, isn't it?
Isn't it though?
Isn't it just? I'm going to do a hit and run, but you just reminded me when you were going on about the.
Are you going to do a hit and run? I'll get in there first. There we go. You see, he's going to try.
Don't play a player.
Yeah, guys. He's waited 20 minutes for that.
What a divvy.
Don't tell me you're going to do a hit and run, guys, because I'll hit and run you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, 9 till 12. I'm filling in for Dr. Pam. I'm filling in Dr. Pam's slot. If you want to phone in about sex and relationships, you can do. But we're going to do calls straight to air for those whole 3 hours, 9 till 12, straight to air. You can phone in about anything. You can play silly noises. You can make strange farts, whatever you want. Spread the word, though. These straight-to-air shows only really work, well, they work the best when loads of different people phone in. So spread the word. Twitter, Facebook, whatever, wherever you are. Tell your friends that Saturday night, it's a one-off for now. Just this Saturday, 9 till 12 at night, we'll be taking calls straight to air. How's about... my default is to go into Savile. That's my... default.
Resist.
Rejoice, rejoice, you have no choice but to carry on. Now this is a strange story. You mentioned this yesterday, but now there are pictures of it everywhere. It's the strangest picture. And all of the headlines are taking the mick.
I know. Is it this couple?
Hurty dancing. And you mentioned this last night, but I hadn't seen the picture. Disaster for couple who tried to recreate iconic Hollywood movie street. Mm-hmm. And the picture of the accident, just after the accident...
It's terrible.
...is quite distressing. They are not the only engaged couple to be inspired by Dirty Dancing when choosing what to have as a first dance at their wedding. But when Andy Price and his fiancée Sharon Price... Sorry?
That's handy.
No, it's Andy Price and his fiancée Sharon Price.
That's handy though, isn't it?
No, it's Andy. Andy Price and his fiancée Sharon Price.
Oh, I see.
They're brother and sister.
Hope not.
Decided to have a little practice. They most certainly did not have the time of their lives.
Good one.
As they recreated... So I'm not seeing Dirty Dancing, but this is the thing where she runs towards him, jumps up, and he lifts her up, and she's completely flat as a board, lifts her up, and they spin around a bit, and then he gives her one.
No.
I've not seen it.
He gives her one.
As they recreated the famous scene in which Patrick Swayze lifts Jennifer Grey above his head as she leaps into his arms, things went horribly wrong. So they're doing it outside. Now, he's a big bloke, right? He's a big lad, this fella. He looks a bit like a bouncer, right? She's also quite a big lady, right? So, you know...
Equally matched.
Equally matched. But, you know, both of them, I think, are putting a lot of faith in the other one.
I also wonder what we can draw from the fact that this happened in a pub garden.
Is there a video? Where's the video of this?
Well, that's what I'd like to see.
As they recreated the scene, things went horribly wrong. Instead of a graceful lift, there was a sickening thud as the pair collided and ended up in hospital. Mr. Price, 51, was knocked out cold, while Miss Price, 52, there we go again, was so badly winded she couldn't breathe.
Winded?
The winding's quite seriously...
I know, but it still feels hilarious, doesn't it?
No, but
winded.
To be winded, though, is a serious... it's a serious complaint. You shouldn't laugh at those that have been winded.
I don't think you could be hospitalised for it.
I've actually been asked to be the patron of for the people who are severely winded. Hang on a minute. I can have a bit of fun with this. I should have thought this before. Hang on. So you weren't winded. There we go. I've been asked to be a patron for people who have been winded and are non-communicable.
Is that with a K or a C?
Don't matter, because these have been winded and non-communicable. So actually, I'm spokesman. I'm a patron of the charity for these people. Winded and non-communicable. WANC.
You don't have to spell
You got it. You got it. Okay.
You said it as well. You
got
didn't
it.
me.
You got it. Okay.
That's quite a difficult manoeuvre, even if you're not bouncer side. I've done that in a club and been told if I do it again, I'll be asked to leave.
Really? Who are you doing it with?
My mates.
Patrick Swayze.
My friend Ben, who's 6'4".
Relatives
I got
with
quite
them
high. I could touch the ceiling.
in a pub garden in Weston-super-Mare, Somerset, thought they were joking and left them for an hour. Well, no, they didn't. But called an ambulance when they realised the pair were hurt. Doctors at the hospital laughed when Miss Price told them what happened. It's fair to say it didn't go to plan, she said. The couple from Knowle, Bristol, plan to marry next year. I think we'll go for a slow one. Miss Price
A
said.
dance instead of...
I think we'll go for a slow one. Flipping heck. Dirty. Dirty dancing.
You don't want to be winded on your wedding night.
Well, if you've been affected by any of the issues, then please get in touch with the charity that I am patron for, Winded and Non-Communicable.
What's the helpline number?
0344 499 1000. And it is specifically for either singles or couples that have been winded and knocked out. So it's winded and non-communicable, okay? Or I'm also patron for another charity of winded and knocked out. No, winded and nearly knocked out. Kath.
I know.
Katia!
Hello.
Hello, Katia.
Have you been winded?
And nearly knocked out? Or non-communicable?
Communicable, yes.
How do you say winded in French?
Le window?
The window?
I was right!
No.
No, that's La Fenêtre. Everyone knows that.
La Fenêtre.
Yeah, La Fenêtre.
La Fenêtre.
Yes.
Alors?
So it said.
So you've discovered the Etsy. It's very addictive, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, it's just...
The internet...
I can hear myself.
Right, hang on a second. Let me try and move
Hello?
Hang on. Let's try that. Is that better?
Oh, that's better.
Right. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Right, what do you want?
Oh, yes, I heard you on the radio today.
That's my job. That's what I do.
Yes, and you were talking about your boys. I was asking you about the porn.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, my 5-year-old said to me today, there's a scene in Spider-Man where the boy typing on a computer says, I'm looking at porn. Big laugh, and my 5-year-old turns to me and says, Daddy, what is porn? And I felt I thought it was funny, but then I felt really bad that word was coming out of my child's mouth.
Yes.
So I got my phone out and I said, "This is it, son, and you don't want no part of this. It's bad. No one wins. No one wins."
So that made me think about something that happened to me this week.
Oh yes, you made a porno.
Well, almost.
Katia does dance.
I almost did, but I did not then.
Yeah?
Because, well, guess what? I'm changing my career, so I'm being a voiceover artist. Lending my voice. Anyway, so I've received this script.
The crypt?
The script.
Script. Huh?
For the porno.
What?
Oh, is it porn for the blind?
I can't believe it. Anyway,
read it to us. Read it. Let me get some music. Hang on.
No, I can't.
Hang on a minute.
No, it took me 10 minutes because this lady, she sent me the It's in French anyway.
Even better. We can broadcast it without getting told off.
No. And I've erased it from the PC memory. Well, I can remember a little bit out of it. Yes?
Make it up.
Make it up. No. And it was synopsis. Guess what? It was synopsises of porn movies. Can you really make me the synopsis? Yes, you can, actually, it turns out. And anyway, I couldn't believe it. I said to the lady...
Katia, can I just speak to Catherine off air for a second? The phone's going to go dead. You won't hear us, but I just want to... I have got no idea what she's talking about, or even by her standards.
Well,
this is absolutely making no sense.
I mean, it's been a while since I've spoken French to a proper French person, and she's not one. But from her accent, what I'm guessing is, I think someone wanted her to...
Do me a favour.
Summarise a mucky movie.
Do me a favour.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak to her in English. Can you do the rest of this call in French?
No.
Away you go.
Alors, Katia, dis-moi ce que s'est passé.
Alors, ce qui s'est passé, donc j'ai reçu un script à faire pour un film porno.
Oh là 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 là.
Bon, j'ai dit, à mon avis, c'était plusieurs, vraiment. Hein. Et alors, oui, voilà, le truc, c'est que... I said to Roger, guess what...
En français, s'il te plaît.
Allô?
En français.
Ah, j'ai dit à Roger, devine un peu qu'est-ce qui s'est passé.
Mais tu dis Roger, mais c'est Roger qui n'existe pas, vraiment. Hein.
Voilà. J'ai dit, ils veulent que je fasse du porno.
Et qu'est-ce qu'ils pensent?
Voilà. Et voilà, moi j'ai dit non, je veux pas le faire. Hein?
Et Roger, il veut le faire. Hein?
Non. And he asked me.
En français.
How much did they offer? I said I didn't ask because I don't want to do porno, with the voice and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so see, we've got these big differences, Roger and I.
Well, definitely, but you should have asked how much first, huh?
Thanks for calling. I started to understand. You eat my last bit of watermelon.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's still mine.
Have it.
I started to understand what she was saying towards the end of that.
It's funny that, isn't it? After a while, you get accustomed.
Yeah. I don't want that as rank.
It's nice.
Yeah, bit of it. That's horrible. I had a mouldy fruit pastel today.
What for?
Oh, just for a laugh. I don't really feel the show as I don't feel we've really
got any purchase.
No, it feels a bit flat tonight.
No.
And everyone will go, oh, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. What do you know about radio, guys? I'm the expert. I'm the professional.
It's got certificates.
And it feels a bit flat tonight. Not quite sure what we're going to do to bump it up. Well, it doesn't matter. Craig will give us something. Good evening, Craig.
Evening, Ian and Kath.
Hey.
There we go.
So this rabbit hole tour.
Yep.
It could be coming to Cardiff.
Do you know what? Possibly. Although Bristol might be it. We're going to. We might be, but you might have to come to Bristol.
Oh, across the border. Come on.
Yeah. Well, maybe. If you can find a small venue, then yeah, we will.
I sent one, but it might be pricey. An email about the chapter art.
If you sent it to me, I'll have a look at it.
Yeah, it's where Go Faster Stripe do a lot of their recordings.
Okay. The lovely Chris Evans.
Yeah, so that'd be good.
Yeah, maybe. We'll certainly look into it. Maybe, yes, possibly.
It's a really leisurely tour, so we've got plenty of time.
It kind of starts on July the 29th in Manchester.
Oh, yeah.
And it will go on to January, February next year.
Or until we get fed up.
Yeah, so it's just... But this is part of our plan to become less London-centric and more funkadelic.
They got a lovely... Again, I've sent you the details, but they got a lovely two-cinema complex part of the Arts Theatre place.
Okay.
And the second cinema part has got like 57 seats. And it's all nice and red. It's a lovely little venue.
Well, we're definitely going more colour than size, aren't we?
Yes, it's all about the colours for us.
Yeah.
Two disabled seats as well.
What?
2 disabled spaces as well.
We don't want any disabled people at the show, Craig. Not after yesterday. No, of course. Well, that's only 2. Only 2. Well, we'll have a look. I'll have a look into it. I'm kind of booking. The thing is, as well, we can't. What we really want to do, what we'd really like to do, is do like a radio show somewhere on a location on Friday and do a rabbit hole the Saturday or the Sunday and do that kind of sort of every week. But we've got kids and we've got family and we've got real life commitments. So there's only so often we can tell our families we're disappearing for a weekend. So we're sort of looking at one every 3 weeks, kind of. That seems about. I think that's fair on everybody concerned. So, but we will have a look, Craig. If you've sent it to me, then we'll have a look at it.
Excellent work.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There we go. It's fine. No beating around the bush there. 0344 499 1000. The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
I know what winded is in French now.
Oh, yeah.
Poussif.
Men on the web lie about jobs, but women fib about looks. I said, men on the web lie about jobs, but women fib about looks. All together now. Men on the web lie about jobs, but women fib about looks. Here we go. 2 in 5 of us admit to telling lies online. That sentence doesn't even mean anything. 2 in 5 of us admit to telling lies online.
But those people are liars.
Why are you shouting?
I'm not.
Okay. I've lied online, you've lied online, everybody lies online. everybody.
That's what online's for.
Everybody lies online. A report claims. But while men stretch the truth about their career and fitness, women fib about their appearance and love life. Those who admit they lie online do so on average twice a week. What?
What?
Literally every day I'm lying on the internet. Literally every single day. Every flipping day. With men telling fibs 3 times more often than women. The survey of 2,000 Britons by... Now, I never say the name of the company.
No, because it's all a con.
Well, steady on, mate.
It is.
Well, it's a little bit libellous.
No, what I'm saying is, these reports, they're not really interested in the report, they just want you to say their name.
Found that...
Like Beyonce.
40... Oh, well, look, this is terribly written, look at this. The survey of 2,000 Britons found that 42 per admit... You missed out the word scent, guys. 42% admit...
Or 42 perverts.
To telling lies on social media, discussion forums, and dating, job and review sites. 1 in 6 has set up a fake profile online, mostly so they control others. I know of an ex-radio presenter that does that. In fact, I know a couple of radio presenters. Let me write down...
Haven't they got jobs?
Well, one of them has.
Consciences?
The other one...
Lives. Haven't they got any of those things?
Those 2 guys.
Oh, right. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One doesn't surprise me. One.
Yeah, threatened someone who was reporting him to the authorities. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. Just having a little bit of backstage bants. 1 in 6 has set up a fake profile online, mostly so they control others by posting negative comments anonymously, while 70% have used social media to make an ex jealous. 1 in 7 admits to creating a false impression of relationships through posts and pictures that do not accurately reflect it. A third of those... Oh, come on, guys. A third of those who use dating websites admit to lying. Shut the front door. If you're on a dating website, you're going to be lying. Of course you're going to be lying about your waist, your chest, your age, your CV. And of course you're going to... No one
your fitness to be out in public.
There's a reason why you've had to resort to online dating, right? So you're not going to then be honest on there as well, are you? For crying out loud! 0344 499 1000. The most common dating profile fibs are about their weight, their height, okay, and their hobbies.
Oh, I know why. Well, you make yourself sound more exotic.
Okay, well, what? The very fact that you've got a hobby means you're a loser. I got hobbies. I like to do me hobby. Well, I can't come out on a Sunday, you see, because that's my hobby day, and I like to go to my shed. And I like to do me hobbies. Oh, yeah, what hobbies are they? Oh, I like to masturbate into a bucket.
Oh, for God's sake!
That's what their hobbies are. Dirty people like to do me hobbies. Oh. While I'm watching Kim Marsh on Coronation Street.
Wow, that was very specific.
Well, what hobby? I mean, what are your hobbies?
Well, if I had to... I don't really have hobbies because I haven't got time, but...
But now you're going to lie. If I had to say...
Oh, I like, pina colada and getting caught in the rain.
You like...
no.
Doing it on the Cape at midnight.
What? Oh.
Sorry, that's not rude.
I've never been on the Cape.
I don't even know what a Cape is. Batman? More than a quarter of women who admit to lying. Here we go. This is it. And now we get to the crux of the matter. What's a crux? Thank you. More than a quarter of women who admit to lying confess to using filters to enhance photographs of themselves. That is a form of lie. It's a digital lie. That's it. To use a filter is a digital lie.
Well.
Other popular social media fakery includes posting exercise photos when they're not in the gym. To say that I'm in the gym now. Mm-hmm. But it's a photo they took 2 weeks before. Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Or I like the online lie I really like to spot is the one where it's just woke up like this and they've got a full face of makeup.
And uploading an old holiday snap in the hope that others will presume they are travelling. So the top 10 lies on social media, what those who admit to lying say they fib about. So, men lie. Flipping next. So, lying about their job, 16% of women, 34% of men. Love life relationships, 15% women, 27%. Food. Lying about food. Would you lie about... What would you lie about food for? 15% of men lie about food.
What does that mean?
What's that mean? What is that like saying?
Oh, I'm having a delicious spaghetti bolognese and all they've had is a baked potato.
I had a cheese sandwich, but it wasn't proper cheese, it was Dairy. Is that it? Is that a lie?
I think I might be doing the internet wrong, because I don't get it.
Exercise, 30% of men, 4% of women. Basically, men lie. And lying about valuables they own, 4% of men, 7% of women lie about valuables that they own. Naughty lying women! What stupid thing to say? Oh yeah, people lie on the internet.
Yep.
Do you know what? This isn't working for me. We need to have a little regroup and a rethink. Let's go to break, and when we come back, man alive, we're going to kick this show right up the jacksie.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. Late night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I'm not feeling the vibe of the show, and I'm not quite sure what to do. So we'll pull a greatest hit out of the bag and see what we can do with it. Let's do a Periscope love bomb. Doesn't always work, and I've got a feeling that this might fall a little bit flat, just because the show's... I'm sure it's an adequate show, and you'll at home be going, what's he talking about? It's the usual rubbish. But I'm just not feeling the vibe quite so much tonight. So what we're going to do, and we need your help on this, dear listeners. I've switched off my Periscope, so you can't watch us on Periscope. But what I need from you is I need you to go on Periscope. Now, for those who don't know what it is, very quick summary, Periscope is where people stream videos of themselves live from their telephones, right? And I normally stream the show. And if you go to periscope.tv, you can go and find all kinds of people. What I need from you is I need you to go on Periscope, and I want you to find somebody. Let's try. Well, can you find somebody who's only got one or two people watching them on Periscope? All right, there may not even be anybody listening to this show tonight. It's the kind of vibe I'm getting. And can you either phone me up and let me know, or tweet me at Iain Lee, or 0344 499 1000. Then what we do, the way it works is, I will tell you who it is we're going to go and join their Periscope, and on the count of three, we all pile in, and suddenly their viewing figures go up from 2 or 3 up to, well, 200. I think we've taken up to 500 in the past. And we all say nice things to them. It's not mean. It's not to be unpleasant. It's not to bully. It's not to harangue or to harass, because there is enough of that on the internet. Right, we've just heard everybody's a liar. Everybody's a liar online. So we do it just to be nice, okay? So if you can download Periscope for your phones and your tablets, you can look at it online, periscope.tv, but we need to go online and find one... Now, here's the thing. We've done this a few times, okay? And it's... sometimes they're quite sweary. We've had a couple of people who've been very sweary, effing and jeffing, using... indoor language like it was going out of fashion, like they were just about to introduce a tax on the F-bomb. So we have to be careful, okay? So we don't really want people like that. We won't know until we get there. It's a punt. What we want is someone who's a little bit sad and a little bit lonely and doing a one-off Periscope thing on a Friday night, and they haven't got anybody who is watching them. Right, I'm going to have a little look. I'm going to go on to the map feature. Let's have a look in England. Well, no, let's not have a look in England. Let's have a little look in Scotland, shall we? Is there anybody going to listen to my story all about a girl who came to stay? East Kilbride, I've got 5 here. No, none of those are live. How do we know if they're live? I think they... here we go, there's one. There's one in Glasgow. Here we go. I found one in Glasgow, guys. Here we go. Right. It's Flywheel 77. I'm about to share the broadcast, okay? So, Flywheel 77. Let me just tweet. It's a young gentleman. All join www.periscope.tv/flywheel 77. It is a gentleman, a Russian gentleman in Glasgow. Everybody pile in and join him now. And let's see if we can bring a little bit of joy to him. Hip. Here we go. Now he's going to blow.
Very good, comrades. Very good.
He's a Russian gentleman in Scotland.
Live in Glasgow.
Tap the hearts.
I'm student here.
He's
in Glasgow University.
He's got a beard. He looks about 22, 23. That's it. Come on, guys. Let me just go on. Here we go.
Hello.
Let's go on to Facebook and let everybody know. I'm just listening for any swears as well.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? We're up to 41. Come on, guys.
Just chilling. Just realized that today is bank holiday and everything is closed.
Oh. Here we go. We're up to 49. Kath's in there. I'm in there. Everyone's saying hip, hip, hip.
What does it mean hip, hip? Could anybody explain me what it is, hip, hip?
You're live on the radio now. On www.
Come on, tell me, what is it, hip, hip?
talkradio.co.
Oh, hello, yeah, okay.
radio.co.
You look friendly.
UK.
I think both of them, vodka and beer, my friend.
Vodka and beer.
Lovely teeth. Yeah,
guys, let me just tell him to listen to Talk Radio. talkradio.co.uk. You're on it.
What kind of cake?
Now.
What's up?
There we go. There's 100 people.
Radio. Probably it is, so if you like the music, just try to search in box in YouTube, Lofi.
What a nice man. What a lovely man. 110 people there.
Very good music. It's chilled, it's nice.
You are on the radio. He can't hear us.
Oh, I like Glasgow. I think I like it more than Edinburgh and London for sure. So
I love this guy!
And I like Scotland very much.
Keep telling him he's live on Talk Radio now, guys.
In England and Scotland for me.
Because the messages are going quite fast. Let's listen to him. He's a nice guy.
How old are you? I am 24.
Keep telling him he's on the radio.
You're what? So fast. Yeah, Glasgow is the best. Yeah, like for me, it's very best. It's the best. Like because maybe in England I was just in London, and probably London is a very big city for me. So.
What a nice guy. He's a lonely Russian guy student in Glasgow. This is perfect.
Low accent? Come on, I have posh English.
I think it's starting to dawn on him.
Right now. Oh, thank you, beautiful bird. Yeah. Actually, I think you're the first one who told me about it. All my friends telling me like that I have to shave it, but no, come on.
He's getting some beard love there.
He's got a great beard.
Can you speak Russian for a bit? Конечно, мой друг, я могу по-русскому говорить сколько угодно. Я могу даже говорить по-русскому на протяжении всей трансляции. You're on the radio.
There we go! There we go!
Here's some fake love. Thank you. Stop. Oh, okay. Stop look. Trying to read it. Thousands of people are listening to. Yeah, it's actually today is my first live radio.
He doesn't get it.
And like it's 122 people.
It's his first ever Periscope. And we've blown it. We've blown his mind. No, you are on national radio. Oh, it's his first ever Periscope. Oh, it's frozen. Where's he gone? Oh, no! Oh, no!
We broke the internet.
Hello.
Hello.
Rotterdam.
Who's asking, do you have cats?
This is my first year in Glasgow.
Good for you, brother. I don't think he understands.
What a cute smile.
Does anyone speak Russian?
I'm shy.
Yes, we need. Can someone join in this conversation who speaks Russian? What a nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it because he's going to get on the radio. Yeah, yeah. No, you're on the radio.
Let me Google the browse. What is it? Browse.
I get him to Google Talk Radio.
Oh, browse. Yeah, I'm like a Brezhnev.
No, someone's talking about his eyebrows.
I know, that's why he's Googling browse. Get him to Google
talkradio.co.uk.
Like
the same browse like me. What brings you to Glasgow? University. My studying. So, I study here. I'm a student in Glasgow. Okay, so if you like the music, just in case... So
no, we don't. It's quite bland.
Can you see it?
Yes! How do we get him to tune in to us?
Do we all get him to ring this number?
You're live on British radio.
Here we go.
He got it. He's got it.
So,
no!
Okay.
No!
Can you see?
No,
just show you guys.
No! No! Not Periscope! Radio! You are on actual radio.
Oh, here's someone speaking Russian.
Yeah, I bet they're sending
being
abuse.
Helpful.
Oh, come on. I don't know how to turn the camera.
Oh, right, give him the number. 0344
Здравствуйте.
499 1000.
First Russian.
Everybody, just send him the number. 0344 499 1000.
Friday night. Yeah, Friday night is the best night here.
Here we go. Come on, he's going to get it.
You're live on... Oh, what a... Really?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Talk radio, wow.
Yes!
Talk radio.
Yes! Yes!
So let me Google it, guys.
Yes! Yes! We're going to get him! We're going to get him!
Talk radio.
115 people. Here we go. Come on, dude. Someone's saying you've won. Well, come on.
That's so fast. 0344.
Yes! Dial it!
Right, so let me write it.
Dial it!
He's writing it down.
0344 499 1000.
Yes! Come on, buddy! Come on, man!
Comrade.
We've got 5 minutes and 50 seconds to try and get him to call us. Come on!
Google Talk Radio. Хорошая борода. Спасибо, чувак. Я ее сколько выращивал-то ее?
Come on!
Месяца 2. Yeah, I can't call, if I call it, maybe, alright, so...
Call us!
I will call it, alright.
Do it!
Yes, he's going to call us.
I'll take it straight if he calls through, Sam. Come on!
Alright, I will call. Just, I need 5 minutes.
No! Now! Come on, buddy!
How is it possible that I'm on live radio, guys?
Because we haven't got any content, that's why, comrade! Oh, has he gone? He's hung up. He's going to ring in. I think he's going to ring in.
Come on.
He's going to ring in. Come on, dude. Oh, he's back. No. Yeah. He's stopped, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, he's going to ring. Come on, man. Come on. That's your blooming computer again.
I know, isn't it awful?
Come on. Come on, dude. He's got to call in. Oh, man. Come on. Is he going to call us? Is the Russian Periscoper going to call us? There we go, he's there. Good evening, comrade.
Hello.
Hey! We got you! Hey, man, we've just been broadcasting your Periscope on you're live on Talk Radio, my friend. What's your name?
My name is Farouk.
Farouk, and you're in Glasgow. We know that you're a student. You're from Russia. You've only just arrived in Glasgow, and this is your first ever Periscope.
Yeah, it was my first time. I didn't expect that. First day in radio. Wow.
My name is Ian. I'm with my friend Catherine.
Hello.
You're on Talk Radio. We broadcast across the country and across the world, and we do this thing every now and then called a Periscope Love Bomb, where we find somebody. And I'll be honest, you were broadcasting to 0 people, and we all pile in and say nice messages. And I have to say, Farouk, we all thought you were absolutely delightful, my friend. How are you finding Glasgow?
It's a very nice place. I like Glasgow. Like, it's very interesting city. I love people here, so they're very friendly. I mean, if you compare, like, with Russian people, I don't want to say something bad, but, like, for me, the first time in UK, it was, like, something interesting. I discovered something. Because, like, UK people, all of them, every time they smile, they're so friendly. So, and I like it very much.
I think, Glasgow is a particularly nice and warm, not warm in the weather, it's cold, but particularly nice and friendly city. You know, it is a very, very friendly city, and there will be lots of nice people there. When did you arrive in Glasgow?
September last year.
Oh, okay. So you've been there for a while. And what are you studying?
I study mechanical engineering in University of Strathclyde.
I love you've got a delicious sense of humour. I love the way you said, no, I haven't got an accent. I speak like a posh English person.
Yeah, have posh English, like very good English.
And how often do you whereabouts in Russia are you from?
I'm from Moscow.
Okay, and you've still got family and friends over there?
Yeah.
I mean, I know the world is a smaller place because of things like Skype and Periscope. How are you finding it, though, being so far away from home?
It's a very long story. I didn't expect, like, to live in UK. Like I just wanted to go to Canada, but at some point I decided, all right, I'll go to UK. Something attracts me.
Yeah, but you must miss your family and friends, though.
Yeah, I miss them, but anyway, like, I balance it. I have a lot of friends in Glasgow, especially from Greece. I have a lot of friends from Greece.
Oh, Kalimera, Kalinikta!
Kalinikta.
My wife's half Greek, but that's all I can remember after a year of Greek lessons. That is it.
Yeah, like, unfortunately, all of my friends, they, like, say me very bad words, so I can't tell this on the radio, so...
Good. No, I know you mean Malaka.
Yeah, Malaka.
Yeah, that's it, Malaka, that's it. That's where the emphasis is. Listen, Farouk, we got to go to the news, but you were such a good sport, and but I hope you don't mind us kind of joining you on the Periscope. We got very excited when you hung up, and we thought, he's gonna phone us!
We were very excited, and I have to say as well, you do have beautiful teeth.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you.
That was me that said that.
You do have great teeth. Hey, Farouk, man, listen, if you want to listen to us, we are talkradio.co.uk. You can listen to us online at talkradio.co.uk, or you can listen to us on DAB.
I think we give him a gold pass, don't we?
Oh, you've got a gold pass anytime you want to come on. Farouk, what are you on Twitter? And I'll tweet you.
Fortunately, I don't have Twitter.
Oh,
so
good for you.
Maybe
really? Right. Good. Oh, good for you. You're doing better for it. Farouk, listen, man, you've been a really good sport. Thanks so much for calling in.
Yes, thank you very much. It's like you made my day.
Oh, bless you, man. That's the plan. Thanks so much, mate. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye. What a nice man.
Talk Radio.
How exciting was that? Flywheel77 if you want to follow him on Periscope. That's what we needed. Another hour of nonsense, the late night alternative, only on Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel life, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel life, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow, I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
Okay. Even if the rest of the show's been a bit flat, those 15 minutes were great. Well, I mean, you couldn't have picked a more perfect subject. First ever Periscope. When I found him, 0 viewers. I think we got as high as 120, which is pretty decent. A fish out of water, so to speak. And he called in with minutes to spare. And he was lovely, and he was a really, really nice bloke, and was, took it all in his stride, and, we could have been anybody, and, I love that. Everyone is on Twitter, Periscope going, you're on the radio. Yes, my first day on, Periscope. No, you're actually on the radio. Yes, here's the music. It's brilliant, brilliant. What a nice man. Farouk, I hope you've tuned in, and if you haven't, that's absolutely fine. And if you have, you got a golden pass to come on the show anytime you want.
He seemed like a really sweet soul, didn't he?
People on Twitter saying, do it again. Here's the thing, no. Because, the next 5 could be absolute turkeys and not go anywhere. Or the next one might be wonderful and a work of genius. But that one was so perfect. Yeah. So perfect. I think we leave that, we tuck it up our sleeves, and we crack on. Another hour to go. It was the boot up the backside that we all needed. Just being nice. And I saw a couple of people being mean on there. But it was primarily, and thank you all of you, and I mean this, we talk about, we were joking there about people lying on the internet and stuff, and we all know the internet can be an horrendous place, full of meanness and darkness and just horrors, absolute horrors of the written word and the spoken word and the threat. Was it a lord who was
Viscount? Yeah,
a Viscount who was threatening Gina Miller, and calling her a monkey and a boat jumper and all of this horrible racist stuff. And he's gone to prison for 12 weeks. Is that long enough? I don't know. That's not what we're here to discuss. But he thought that because he was I don't know, special, a Viscount, white, whatever, he felt his privilege meant he can go online and call someone a monkey and a boat jumper and say, I'll give £5,000 to someone who kills her. Now, right, that may have been an, in inverted commas, joke. Right, he may not have literally meant it, but you can't. The internet is just one example of the internet being so mean. What about my free speech? Well, first of all, free speech doesn't really exist, and secondly, the people that argue for free speech are always the ones that when you say something about them or something about a member of their family or make a joke about their daughters or their wives or their mums or whatever, they get offended and start threatening the police and violence and all this kind of free speech, but only the free speech I agree with. Quite often the free speech that these people talk about means that they are free to slag off black people and Muslims and gays and trans. That's what they mean. I want the right to say I don't want Islam in my country. Well, what about the right for me to say I think your daughter's a bike? You know, something mean and nasty that affects you on a personal level. Oh, no.
That's out of order, mate.
That is out. Well, if it's free speech, then I've got the free speech to say I'm going to punch you in the face. I don't mean it. It's just banter. Oh, no. That is out of order. You know,
it's the left, that, isn't it?
It is. So, what I'm trying to say in a very strange, roundabout kind of way is, thank you everybody, the 99.9% of you who went on that Periscope and said nice things. I saw a few of you speaking in Russian. I don't know if you were actually speaking in Russian or I don't know, but thank you for that. And the ones of you were all nice, and that was good.
There are a couple though who popped up there that reminded me why I muted them.
Right, Sam, put your headphones on, young Sam, if you can hear us. He's wearing a hat.
Chilly in there.
Turn your microphone on, Sam. What the hell is the name of the person you've just typed on my screen?
I have no idea. I asked her to spell it out 2 or 3 times, and that's what I got.
Well, it's a woman, is it?
Yes.
What did she say?
She said that she's a famous woman, I think.
Okay. Because what he's written on my screen, write these letters down, Catherine.
Okay, hang on.
Ready? This is a lady's name.
Go.
H-E-U-L-W. These are in the order these letters are written. E-M-P-R-I-C-E. Heulwen. Should we ask her?
It sounds like you've fallen on the keyboard there.
Yeah, come on, man. You're just playing Scrabble through there. Good evening, caller. We don't know your name, I'm afraid. What is it?
Right.
This is going to be trouble. Hello?
Hello?
You're on the air?
Yeah.
Yes?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
What's your name?
Fan of Led Zeppelin. Do you understand who Led Zeppelin is?
Sorry, what is your name?
Led Zeppelin.
Your name is Led Zeppelin?
No, Robert Plant.
You're Robert Plant?
I'm part of their family, yes.
You're part of Robert Plant's family?
Yes.
Oh, blimey, we've got rock royalty. What is your name, my dear?
Do I give it? Yes, on air. It's called, I'm the most famous artist in the world. What? It's called Heulwen.
Yes.
Price.
Famous. So how do you pronounce... Yes. How do you... Yes. I think we've got a live one here. How do you pronounce your first name? Heulwen?
I'm Sunshine, yes. Heulwen, yes.
Heulwen. Okay, Heulwen. And how are you... how are you related to Robert Plant?
Cousin.
Sorry? Cousin?
Mm-hmm. A cousin.
Wow, fantastic. What have you got on in the background, Heulwen?
Right, Robert Plant, my daughter does belly dancing with his daughter. They do everything with Robert Plant. My children, yes.
Okie dokie.
They do everything.
With Robert
Plant. I love your programme, and I'm so absolutely gratified. But what's going on in the world today is wonderful to hear lovely people speaking to you.
You listen to the...
horrendous. Yes, yeah. You're fantastic. Keeping me alive. Yes, it's great. And yes.
Can I ask you... May I ask you 2 personal questions that you don't have to answer if you don't want?
No, I'll answer you. The truthful.
Okay, first question is, may I ask, how old are you, Heulwen?
I'm the most famous woman in the world, okay?
Yeah, how old are you?
60.
Okay. And where...
I look about 28. There's nothing, means nothing to me.
Whereabouts are you? Are you in Wales?
Yes.
Yeah. And have you got people with you? Or do you live on your own?
I have got a mansion, okay? And Chris needs, okay, basically put me in touch with your station. Chris needs.
Chris?
Chris?
Wills.
Is he from... Is that Chris?
I don't know who that is. So you say who you're talking about, because I don't know.
I mean, Chris that sometimes phones us up from... Port Talbot.
I'm on your side. I am here with you, okay?
Is your boyfriend blind?
No. Oh, Christ.
Does he get his iPad stolen a lot?
No.
Are you in Port Talbot?
No.
Okay. Have you got anybody there with you, my dear?
No, I'm fine. I'm probably right. I'm...
Okay. 'Cause you sound a little bit confused, if I'm honest.
Sorry, no, you've made me confused.
Okay, I apologise. I apologise for that.
Right.
What have you called in? What have you called in to say?
Right, basically, Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
The best friends, okay?
Yes.
And I think you had somebody on the phone the other day talking about Led Zeppelin, okay? I know them massively, best friends of mine, and, you know, what I'm saying on talk radio, that was not... Sorry.
That's all right, don't worry, take your time.
It wasn't... No, it was not you who said it. Not you. Listen, I was with John Lennon. Okay?
Yeah.
I did... Right, I was with John Lennon, yes. The most famous woman in the world. Do I give you my name or not?
You said your name was Heulwen.
Heulwen. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Right. By Bingling to MEI. Right.
What did you do? What did you?
They want you on air, okay? They want you to speak.
We're on air now.
Right.
What did you do today?
Right.
What did you do today?
Basically, right, okay.
What did you do today?
Okay, I listened on the air, and it wasn't what I wanted to listen to. And I wanted, no. Fact is, they spoke to me basically on, I can't help Mick Jagger.
Is there anybody in the house, is there anybody?
No, I couldn't help Mick Jagger. I couldn't help
Calm down,
them.
calm down.
I couldn't help them.
Who couldn't you help?
I couldn't help them.
Who couldn't you help?
No, I couldn't help them.
Who couldn't you help?
I could not. They've asked me in the past, okay?
You said you couldn't help the child, is that right?
Yes.
What child was that? Hello?
I couldn't help their child.
What happened to their child? Can you tell me what happened to their child that you couldn't help?
I couldn't help. He's got Asperger's. He's 44.
Yeah.
I couldn't help
No.
him.
Well, that's a lot to take on, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got Asperger's. He's got 44.
Yeah.
And
are his
47.
parents still around?
No.
So who looks after him?
Nobody.
So does he live on his own, or does he live in a care home, or?
No.
He lives on his own?
Yes.
Yeah, that must be. And do you see him much?
He's kicked me. Right. My life is a teacher. Okay.
Yeah, you're a teacher.
And yeah, I'm a teacher.
But you don't mean in the classroom sense. You mean in the life sense. Is that right?
No, in the classroom.
Okay, you teach in
sense. I've been all nurse, all aspects.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Who looks after you?
Nobody. Kicked in the stomach. Don't worry. Nobody is looking after
Who
him.
kicked you in the stomach?
That's
The son did with with Asperger's. Was that recently? Was that today?
No, it was 6 months ago.
Gosh, that must have been terribly upsetting for you.
Yeah. I don't talk that.
No, of course you don't want to
Come
talk
on.
about it. But
We move forward,
You're
okay?
being very kind to share this information. Did you go to the hospital when you got kicked in the stomach?
No.
No. You didn't go to the police?
No.
Did you tell anybody?
No.
That's a big thing to keep to yourself, isn't it? Were you scared he would get in trouble?
I'm the most famous woman in the world.
You're the most famous
The
woman in the
most
world.
famous artist
Oh,
in
my
the
poor
world.
darling.
Heulwen.
My
Right.
poor
The
darling.
most most famous artist in the world at this moment.
You sound so sad. I can hear you laughing, but I know that you're sad.
Yeah.
Who's
And
there?
He's got
Who's?
Asperger's.
I know he's got Asperger's. Does he?
Yeah,
Does he
so
live?
He's ringing you all the time. His name is. It's called Galen or something. He's ringing you all the time.
Galen. Aha. Now that is a name that I know. Because he's called me a couple of times. Yeah. So do you live with this gentleman?
Oh, Christ.
Does he live in the same street as you?
No.
No. Who's there for you, my love?
Nobody.
Nobody. And how does that make you feel?
No. You.
Tell me about being a teacher.
Yes.
Do you still do it?
Yes.
You still teach in a school? How old are the kids you teach?
What? From 4 to 7.
Yeah. And what do you teach them?
Love.
Love?
Yes.
That's not a bad lesson, is it?
No.
That's the most important thing we can pass on to the kids. There's not enough of it.
No.
And how do you teach them love?
How did you teach them love? Okay, I picked these children up, okay, from the graves. I took them in and held them and wrapped them in blankets. So, have I done something wrong? I wrapped them up in blankets.
Oh, this is the saddest phone call I've ever taken.
Oh, sorry, no.
No. And I'm not saying that.
Going to the happiest.
No,
moments, okay?
I'm not saying that. No, my dear. I'm not saying that because I want you to stop. I'm just really concerned about you because I'm going to say something that I don't want you to be offended by, but you sound a little bit confused.
No,
I'm worried because I'm a human being and I worry about other people. You've just said one or two things that don't quite make sense, and I'm just worried.
Yes, he's got Asperger's.
Okay, well, let's not worry about him for
and
a bit.
He's infatuated with ringing you up all the time.
Well, let's not worry about him because I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about you, and I wonder. I've got 40 minutes until the show ends. And I'm just wondering what we can do to make sure you're safe tonight. Because you are the most famous artist in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. And that must be a lot of stress for you. Is it?
Well, taking children out from the dirt and... Yeah.
Picking the children out from the dirt.
Yeah, exactly. So... It doesn't mean anything to me at the moment.
No.
If I'm dead tomorrow, it means nothing to me.
Oh, my dear, this is breaking my heart, and I'm just wondering what I can do to possibly help you. Do you have any friends?
Yes.
You do. Do you have a doctor?
No.
You don't have a doctor. When was the last time you went to the doctor? I always go to the doctor. When was the last time you went?
Oh, a doctor?
Yeah, I go to the doctor like every month.
Oh, do you? I don't.
You do not? When was the last time are you registered at a GP?
Right. Oi, Davis.
Oi.
I'm okay. Come on.
All
I'm
right.
fine.
Then. But are you registered at a doctor?
Right. Fine. Don't worry.
I do worry, though.
I speak the truth, okay?
I know you do.
From
You
my
you speak a very
truth,
unique
yeah.
truth, and it's breaking my heart
I
hearing
am,
it.
yes. And the fact is, when Wales, okay, my granddaughter, all that came
Yeah.
on the, you know, it was horrendous. And James Whale, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
right?
James Whale,
My
blah, blah,
granddaughter, all of that. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
That sums up James Wells' show perfectly. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but
Do you know my name?
But write it down, for Christ's sake. My daughter's the most famous bloody woman in the bloody world.
But do you know my name?
No, write it down. Come on.
Don't calm down. Calm down, you silly sausage. What are you listening to in the background?
Oh, Christ, I got some bloody thing on.
Is it the telly or the radio?
Oh, bloody shit. Come on.
Bloody shit, is
You.
it?
You're not shit, okay?
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, just be quiet. Let's see if we can listen to what's on in the background.
Right. What's your number, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, listen. You've certainly touched a lot of people tonight with this phone call. And I feel very lucky that the most famous artist in the world has chosen to call me. So thank you for that. Who's that? Was that someone there in the background?
No, it's... Sorry, you're on my own.
Okay. Have you got a dog or something?
I can't... Right, I've been very ill, okay? So...
It sounds like it, yes.
Yeah. I'm very ill at the moment.
What's wrong with you?
They put my stomach bands around my stomach.
Mm.
And I don't talk about it, please.
Okay.
Right.
Could you do me one favour?
I knew best friend with...
Okay.
I knew all the best friends.
Can you do me one
everyone.
favour, my dear? Whatever is on in the background, can you turn it off? Because it's just making it a little bit hard to hear you.
Okay, thank you.
This is...
Love you. Love you.
Can you turn it off?
Yes.
Ah, that's better. Now I can hear you. What have you done today?
I love you. I just been... I've had a hell of a 7 years, okay?
You say that again. I missed it.
I was the most famous woman
in the world
with heart.
Oh, my darling.
Horrendous, yeah.
Isn't it?
Been on my back for 2 years.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, but I'm still alive, okay?
Good for you.
And you are so sick. Thank you so much for speaking to me. Thank you.
You've done so well to get this far.
Yes.
It's hard work,
Love
isn't
you
it?
so much, yeah. Right, my daughter's doing belly dancing with Led Zeppelin's daughter. My best friend is Robert Plant. And,
You've done so well to get this far.
yes.
Calm down. Try and stay calm if you can. I know it's hard work. You must be so tired.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. I'm so excited.
Oh.
Espionage?
It's been really nice to hear your voice tonight. Thank you so much for calling. And I really wish you'd go and see a doctor. Are you still there?
Yes.
I really wish you'd go and see a doctor.
How can you go and say to a doctor, being a famous world artist?
I tell you what you could say to a doctor.
Led Zeppelin.
You tell the doctor.
Being a best friend. How do you explain that to a doctor?
You say exactly what you've. If you say exactly what you've said to me, to a doctor, that you are the most famous artist in the world, which I believe, and that you're friends with Led Zeppelin, I think that would be a start. And I think a good doctor would be able to help.
Right. So can I send the information you that's publicised to your station?
You send me anything you want, my dear.
So what?
I tell you what.
Station?
I tell you what. I will let you send me something if you promise to go and see a doctor and tell the doctor exactly what you've just told me.
It's the truth.
Is that? I know it's the truth. Oh, I believe it.
I know, yeah.
But I think it's a really good. Oh, listen, no, not at all. I think that would be a real. It would just the doctor would. It will be a really good introduction to the doctor. Who knows? You might get seen quicker if you tell them that.
Yeah, but why do I want to be seen quicker? Sorry. I
have to say this. You don't sound very well to me. And I worry about you. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to worry about you tonight. Because that's the kind of guy I am. And you say you teach love to children, and I know that you would go home and worry about a tortured soul that you'd heard on the radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
But look, after the band Led Zeppelin.
I believe you.
I
believe that you
I
believe
leave a
that.
mark.
Okay. I believe that you believe that, my dear, and that's all that matters.
No, do believe, yes.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You've told me that, and I take you at your word. But I'd really like you to go and see a doctor. I can't make you. I don't know where you are. I don't know anything about you. But as a human being with a soul, I have to make that suggestion that I think it would do you the world of good, even if it's just to look at your stomach where you got kicked, because you said it was you were struggling with it a bit.
Yes.
Okay. Do you sleep much at night? Do you sleep much at night, or do you find it hard to sleep?
I'm in a place, okay? Complex.
A complex.
Insecurity, yeah.
You're insecurity.
So I'm famous. So I'm stuck in a place.
Oh,
not nice. And
what's the security? What type of...
I'm put into police security around me at the moment.
There's security around you. Is it?
Yes. Because because famous.
Because you're famous.
Drug addicts. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh my darling.
I'm stuck at the moment.
I bet you are. So you're in a secure place now. Is it kind of like a hospital?
No, for Christ's sake.
What is it? Is it like a police station?
I got a PhD.
No,
I'm not in a hospital.
Is it a police
station?
station?
No, I don't take medication. I'm not on drugs, okay? I'm live report, okay? I was on, right, Chris Needs, okay? It's my best friend, okay? But I was told to speak to you.
Okay. Well,
Chris Needs put me on to you, okay?
Well, you've spoken to me now.
It's horrendous, okay?
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
I said, right, this has gone 2 years, okay? I went into hospital.
Yeah.
And police protection, okay? Right, trying to safeguard me, okay?
Yeah.
Wrong. Right, okay. I went into the actual... Right, hospital. Nothing. Did nothing medical. I don't take tranquilizers, nothing. They told me, right, keep a low profile. They were looking at. So for 2 years, I've been on my knees in this, where I am, in Tredegar. And I've been on my knees since I've lived here.
Listen,
I've been on my knees.
I know.
On my knees, okay?
Yeah,
and
it's
been horrendous.
Listen, I'm gonna have to go because I have to play adverts and things like that. But I just want to say, it sounds like you've had a really tough time, and I make up that every day is a bit of a tough slog for you, that perhaps you don't get the respect that you deserve as a human being. The most famous woman in the world or not, you feel that you don't get the respect you deserve. Is that right? I respect you. She's gone. Well, gosh, that's, from one extreme to the other. I was really wondering throughout that phone call, and we'll go to the break in a minute, Sam. I know we've missed a couple of breaks. Throughout that whole phone call, I'm thinking, should we be doing this on air? And I tell you the reason I kept her on air, because she's a human being. She's a soul. She is a light, bright or dim. She is a light. She is one of us. And, and I didn't want to cut her off because I didn't want to upset her and do something. I'm glad we kept her on because I am warmed by the last 3 minutes of that phone call when she seemed to say that she was in a somewhere. She obviously said it wasn't a hospital, but my concern. But I tell you why I kept her on. I'm trying to work out a way of how we can get help to her because that is a vulnerable person who should not be on their own. And I'm glad we kept her on because the last 3 minutes had given me an 80% surety that she is not on her own and that she has people around her. And it's interesting, she mentioned a caller that does call in from time to time, and that will be interesting to kind of, next time he calls in, to see if he's aware of that later. I don't want to delve too deep. I don't want to get into stuff that is private, but I just, for my own conscience, and I'm sure for a lot of you, dear listener, you would have found that equally upsetting, and you would like to know that she is safe. That she is safe. I'm kind of, the last 3 minutes I said, I'm 80% sure that she is safe. But either way, that is a soul in torment. That is a soul in torment, and that has, that's really upset me. And I'm sure it's upset you too. Let's take those breaks. I mean, show of extremes. We've went from extreme joy and life to sadness, to great sadness there. And, and I feel a little bit guilty because I was laughing in the first couple of minutes, and I think I said something like, we've got a live wire here. As soon as I clocked that actually this wasn't a usual drunk or stoner, that this was actually, this was a woman who was carrying a lot of weight on her shoulders and in her soul. As soon as I realised that, I hope you felt that the tone took the direction that it deserved. Poor soul, and all God's creatures, man. All God's creatures. I'm pretty confident that she is somewhere and being looked after. Oh, dear. That's really sad. That's really sad. But hopefully we gave her a moment of humanity that perhaps, or maybe I'm thinking too much of myself. Right, let's have a look in the papers, shall we? This really is. This is the new title seems more apt than ever. This is the late night alternative. You won't get radio like this anywhere else. Here we go. Can I do this? This is going to sound like a really horrible gear change. Let's put these next two ads together, Sam, whatever we've got left, and so we'll just go straight up to the end of the show. Should we do a clunky gear change? It's what we're famous for.
Do it.
I think we all need a little bit of, just something to, a laugh after that. The Sun, page 9, Amazon delivery man did a poo in my drive.
Wow,
there we go.
Okay, that came out of nowhere.
There we go. That's what we need. And wiped bum on you were out card.
No.
A customer. Oh, the caption under the picture. Plop off. Driver leaves delivery. Left. A customer got a special delivery from Amazon.
God.
When a driver had a poo on his front path.
That's incredible. The front path as well. Not even in the safe place.
Andrew Wingrave. Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. Andrew Wingrave, 45, said his teenage son saw the man squatting and squitting.
Oh, God.
The incident was caught on CCTV outside Andrew's home. Oh, this is delicious. His house is number 2. Oh, it is. It is. On a cul-de-sac in Romford, East London. Plumber Andrew said, my 14-year-old son Mason came home from school to see the Amazon guy squatting on our drive. He did a poo into a bag.
God.
Wiped with orange calling cards.
Oh.
Then drove off, leaving his special delivery for all to see.
It's disgusting.
I was appalled and presumed it was a wind-up. It's unbelievable. I lost a kidney through a cancer battle.
Whoa.
What if I contracted hepatitis C from the driver through an infection? He could have killed me. Come on, guys. I think we're extrapolating a little bit.
He could have killed him, right? Okay.
Oh, this is written by Stephen Moyes, and boy, oh boy, this is a great line. Well done. Browned off Andrew.
Browned off. I mean, really.
Reported the incident to Amazon and asked them to remove the poo. He said they told him it would take 2 days to get it cleaned up. But after the Sun called them yesterday, 2 workers were sent to scoop it up. 2 workers. Amazon said is investigating the incident. This is so good. Last night, Andrew braced himself as he answered the door to an Amazon delivery he had actually been expecting. He said, I'm just delighted it wasn't another turd. Oh, God.
I mean, begs a question what he had ordered.
Can you do me a favour, Catherine? Can you find me the number... the Samaritans. What is the Samaritans? I can't remember what it is. I do. Find the number for the Samaritans.
Yeah.
And can you see if Mind have got, like a helpline that people who are struggling a bit...
Okay.
Can call.
So, Samaritans is
Yes.
116123.
116123. And I say this because, partly because of that caller, but you actually may have found that call upsetting enough that you want to talk to someone about it. 116123. Or if you're at home and you're struggling, and you are feeling lonely, if you're feeling very lonely, you don't have to be suicidal to phone up the Samaritans. You don't have to, you can just feel lonely. You can just, even if you just feel fed up, right? Fed up. You can call the Samaritans. And if you're sat on the end of a bed with a bottle of vodka and a couple of packets of pills, you can call from all those extremes and in between. 116123. This is the great thing. I've called the Samaritans, and you never have to be alone. There's someone at the end of the line. They're not medically trained. They're not doctors. They're not even really trained counsellors. They are just people that cannot hang up on you. That's it. That's the only rule. You can tell them a fake name. They don't know who you are. They don't know where you are. Either anything. 116123.
Okay. Mind, it tends to be office hours.
Yeah.
So we're talking, there's an info line, and I can give you that.
Yeah, let's have that. So this, obviously, office, you know what office hours are. Generally Monday to Friday, sort of 8 o'clock until about 6 o'clock, or 9 till 5, something like that, I'd imagine.
But there is also, if you go to their website, which is mind.org.uk, and go on, click on the information support bit, there is a link where you can get I need urgent help, and it will take you through, I'm guessing, to an online
Give us the number, because not everyone will have the internet.
Okay, so the info line is 0300
123
3393.
Give us that again.
0300 123 3393.
And Mind are brilliant. They're good for all kinds of kind of mental health things, you know, depression, anxiety, self-loathing. I'd imagine that if you had problems with kind of eating or drinking, they might be able to kind of gently nudge you in the right direction. But also, if you feel that someone in your life is perhaps their grip on reality is perhaps not as good as you would like it to be, you can also phone up that number, which we'll give again in a second, and say, I'm really worried about my son or my mum or my brother or my wife or whoever, you know, and say, they're just saying a few things that actually don't quite make sense, and Mind are brilliant. They will be able to kind of talk to you and point you in the right direction. So let's have that number again.
So this is for Mind?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a sec. I've gone to Samaritan.
That's okay. Don't worry.
Mind is...
This is good because people are now having the opportunity to get their pens and their papers and their pencils.
So the information line
Yes.
is 0300
Yes.
123 3393.
There we go. Perfect. And, give them a call and I'm sure they will be able to advise.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of phone calls. Let's see where we go with these. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, Ian. How you doing?
I'm touched by that last call. I'm very moved by that last call.
And to be honest, that's the reason I phoned. I don't know if you remember back prior to Christmas, you had a gentleman talking about the Samaritans on there and looking for volunteers, and I volunteered as an action from that.
Did you email me in the last week or so?
No, I haven't. No. I spoke to you probably 6 months ago.
That's someone else. You're the second person. And quite a few people said on the strength of that show that they went off and became Samaritans. Someone emailed me in the week saying that because of that show, they'd gone off and done it. Good for you, Tom. How are you finding it?
It was the training was very intense, and as was that last phone call that you took there.
Yeah.
And hence the reason for phoning. So for Samaritans, phone number 116123.
Beautiful.
Obviously, offer emotional support for anyone that needs it.
Yeah.
It's just a listening service there, so just for people to talk to. The training was hard, and there's some reality there that you have to kind of accept that some people are in difficult spaces. And you just kind of, how you dealt with that call was absolutely fantastic. If you were on it's almost like you've been on a training call.
Thank you, Tom.
But,
I've sat opposite enough men and women who I've been paying for their time to kind of, and also I'm a human being and I'm a sensitive soul, absolutely. And I felt for that poor woman. How often, and I know that the Samaritans are secretive and that I don't know if they still do this. My mum was a Samaritan and everyone has kind of, they have a pseudonym that they use so that there is no danger of that, so I don't know that I'm speaking to Tom and there's no danger of...
Yeah, no, I've got a fairly generic name, so I'll stick with my name.
And how often do you do it, Tom?
You need to do 16 hours a month is your sort of commitment.
Yeah.
So try and stick to 4 hours a week. So literally it's taken... From that show that I listened to, which was probably October, November time.
Yeah.
And literally, I've had my first phone calls this week.
Oh, wow!
The training is very, very very well put together and takes a long time to get through.
Yeah.
But, I was going to phone you about an hour and a half ago and be very silly about the winded and nearly knocked out club and have a bit of a giggle.
Yeah.
And then that phone call, and then the love bomb was fantastic.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Heard that call and, tears to the eyes, and it's the other extreme, isn't it? But,
that first session that you did, where you took the calls, real calls.
Yes.
Nervous? That first time you sat there and the phone rings and you picked it up. Obviously, don't tell us anything, but that must have been some moment.
Absolutely, yeah. You nail on the head. I sort of drove there with my knees trembling, but you know what? At the end of that shift, the same as you've just done there is just given someone the space to talk. And do you know what? You've got to feel privileged that person has reached out to you, and you've managed to, make it easier for them tonight. And clearly, people in the world can be in very difficult places, and that young lady sounded that way. But God, it half shake you, though, doesn't it?
It does. You know what? As you're talking, my eyes are pricking, and I can feel myself welling up. I don't particularly want to cry, but it's partly because of the shock of dealing with that woman. It's partly, talking to a good soul like you that is giving up your time freely, because they don't get paid, the Samaritans, giving up your time freely to be of benefit to poor souls that are out there. And there are so many that are out there that are in pain and that are struggling, and you do good work, Tom, and I'm genuinely, I am touched that my show, played a tiny part in you thinking that that's what you wanted to go and do it. So thank you, mate.
No, absolutely, and it wasn't a tiny part; it was a huge part. And do you know what? I've suffered myself. I've got family members that I've watched go through very difficult times, and it's just that thing that you can just do something small to help someone else. And do you know what? Tomorrow's going to be a difficult day for some people, and if you could just do a little bit, then because we're all a couple of bad things away from needing that support ourselves. So,
Tom, you're a good man.
You're a good man, Ian.
Thank you, buddy.
Take care, buddy.
Take care. Bye-bye. There we go. Oh, I'm welling up a little bit. The second person this week that's got in touch. I had an email this week or last week from someone saying that they'd, after that show, they'd trained to be a Samaritan. And I know a couple of people on Twitter as well. So it's about 4 people. We should get him back on, that gentleman that we had, whose name escapes me, from the Samaritan. Let's get him on in a couple, not next week, because I'm only doing 3 shows. Maybe let's get him on after that and just have a little update, and we can tell him that people have been inspired. And I think maybe after a call like that, it would be good just to get someone in.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have a look in the diary and get his details.
Thank you. Yes, Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm looking forward to the end of the show. If I'm honest, Chris, I'm looking forward to the end of the show. What you got for us, boss?
Well, first of all, just I want to say to you, and I know I've been listening to you long enough that I know you don't like smoke being blown up your arse, but...
Well, no, I love that. It's compliments I can't take. Someone bending me over and no, I love that. That's great.
I've got a fag on the go as well.
Assume the position.
And good evening, Kath.
Hiya, Chris.
Hey, mate. You do sterling work, sir, and you need to pat yourself on the back.
Thank you very much.
You do some great stuff, and you raise a lot of awareness on mental health stuff, and you give a avenue for a lot of people to talk about stuff. And personally, I would like to thank you for that.
Thank you very much, Chris.
So the reason I'm calling is...
You want to fight?
Sorry?
I thought you wanted to fight. Sorry.
No. Although I am coming to the Brighton show.
Whoa!
So,
maybe listen, if no one calls in, right, at the Brighton Rabbit Hole, are you up for a wrestle?
Sure.
How tall are you, Chris?
I'm like 5'8".
No, he's a wee fella, yeah.
I'll take him then.
I'm not sure that's a great idea.
Didn't say it was with me.
I've got skills with a Z.
I can't promise certain things won't happen.
Oh, Chris! The dirty boy!
Sorry.
What have you got for us, Chris?
Listen, I've got... I'm going to talk about something not great, and I'm going to talk about something great.
Okay.
You may remember I called you a couple of weeks ago, I think now, about my sister and her problems with drink.
Oh, yeah, and it was your boy's birthday.
That's right,
yeah.
It's not... things since then have not gone great.
Oh, I was hoping that was going to be the great bit. Okay.
No.
What's going on? We've got. And I'm just to warn you now, Craig. We won't have time to get to you. Sorry, mate. And we've got 3 minutes. So I just want you to know, Chris, that we're going to end soon. So I don't want it to be a surprise when I cut you short.
Okay. Okay. Right. I'll try and keep it short.
Go on. But I'm here tomorrow from 9 till 12, and I'm back on Monday if we don't get to finish and you feel like you want to carry on. Okay. So that just to flag that up.
Okay. Will you tell me what you want to hear? Because I'm not going to have time to talk about both. Do you want something good or something bad?
Can I have the good thing? Would you mind?
No.
Can we do the not so good thing next week?
Yep. Okay.
It would just be really nice after this last hour just to end on something a bit upbeat, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I only caught the end of that other call, and so I didn't quite know what was going on, but I know it was hard stuff.
Let's end on something upbeat, and we'll do the other thing next week. There we go.
Tonight, I did my first night of volunteering at this amazing charity organisation called the Grace Air Foundation, who do stuff for people with learning disabilities.
Oh. What do you do there, Chris?
It was literally my first night doing it. They run a club night.
Yeah.
Where they have music and they do a quiz and they watch TV shows and things like that, and it was brilliant, absolutely.
And
brilliant.
what was your role? Were you quizmaster? Were you in charge of the remote control?
The quiz was just literally sheets you just handed out, and they just did it as they went. But obviously, my role was to sit with them and help them with the quizzes and that. And it was absolutely brilliant. I met some amazing people, wonderful spirits. And, it's just fantastic. There's a lady that turned up wearing bin bags for some strange reason.
There you go. Very fashionable in the 70s in the punk movement.
Yeah, exactly. She was just missing the safety pin through the nose.
There we go.
And one of a lot of the questions were sort of who's the person in the picture.
Yeah.
My favourite answer was it was Morecambe and Wise.
Yeah.
And my favourite answer was someone thought it was Chaz and Dave.
Oh.
It's just amazing. I feel spiritually uplifted. I feel fantastic, and I'm so glad I did it. And I'm so gutted that I have to wait a month before the next one. It was just brilliant.
Chris, let's speak next week if you feel like it. And that is, I couldn't think of a better ending to the show. Thank you, mate. Well
Love
done,
you, mate.
There we go. What a beautiful ending to the show. And that's the thing, doing charity work and stuff like that. It's not always about helping others. You help yourself as well. We're out of time. I'm back tonight, Saturday night at 9:00. See you then. Ta-ta.